She was just there for the season.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Turn me up on the headphones. Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 123.
123.
So, boy, every week you get sharper, boy. OT is in the building.
I'm here. What's good, baby?
Smooth himself is in the building.
Yeah, I ain't want to say nothing today, man. I'm on niggas' asses today.
Yeah, man. I'm D Trill AC, man. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast, man. How you fellas doing on this glorious night, man?
Cool.
Cool, man.
Dealing with some things, but I'm cool.
Somebody good. I mean, I see y'all dripped out in new gear. You guys want to speak to it?
Man, they see it. They see it. I don't want no fucking questions. Get the camera out my face.
They say your work's supposed to show.
Goddamn. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see it.
Yeah, man. These dope jackets that we got on are now available on crewseason.com. Like I said before, we got our domain back, so crewseason.com for all merch. I know, a few of y'all was trying to search, to how we can find some merchandise, whatever the case may be. Yeah, the old website, we switched it around. We got our domain back, so crewseason.com. Make sure y'all tap in to get those jackets. These sweaters the sweaters bro got on right here is still in production. But this is a prototype. They will be available here pretty soon. So when they drop, man, make sure that y'all tap in and show love like y'all always do. We appreciate it. First and foremost, before we get this thing started, man, salute to Crusader Nation in the building. Salute to the Patreon, Sleaze Bar Youth. It's a beautiful thing, man. Without y'all, man, where would we be?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm working, man. Just trying to stay busy, trying to stay focused on the goal. So I feel like we getting there, but we're not quite there yet. So it ain't really time to rest yet. But we are making hell of our progress. All of the platforms are growing at a legitimate pace. Family life is good. Daughter's healthy. I mean, I can't complain. Tired, but it's part of the game when you chasing.
Goddamn me. And you ain't got no help out here. Nobody want to lend a helping hand, and we got to build it from the ground up. I'm taking names.
Hold on. You ain't had a button ready.
You know what I'm saying? I'm taking names.
Nah, but what bro saying is real. Like I say, it's part of the game. Everybody want to start a podcast. Everybody want to start a brand. Everybody want to start a platform. People think, man, I speak good in these mics. I talk good. I make some good points, and you probably do. But it takes a different kind of discipline to sustain this shit, man.
Thanks.
It's a lot of moving parts, and you got to be on top of all of it. Even if you hiring people to take on third party roles or whatever to help out, you still got to be on top of what they doing. So yeah, just buckle up. This ain't no, easy trip. I know people, look at our situation and, because we get a lot of compliments, man. I see y'all killing shit out there. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, blah, blah, blah. And we appreciate all of it, man. Real rap.
That's big facts.
But yeah, man, it's a lot of work to go into this shit, bringing y'all the content that y'all know and love weekly. So that's where we at with it, man. But on that note, the docket today is it's pretty full here. It's pretty full here, guys. Buddies. We're going to start it off, man. It was a clip that was sent to us. Said if men stopped indulging in women's delusion, then the delusion would stop. We're going to play this clip, man. I want to get y'all take on what they had to say. Hold on. I'm going to try to play.
Stopped tolerating women's bullshit in unison, they will change because they need you just like you need them. They need that attention. They need that validation. Let me tell you something about human beings. We desire companionship. We desire attention. We desire from the opposite sex. We are hardwired to do that. I said that to say that they need you too. if men today said, you know what, we ain't dating, we ain't getting no more attention, we ain't liking no just pictures, ain't no more dates, fuck y'all. We did that for a week. These will fall over and die on everything I love. See, you know why they so, I don't need no, I fuck these, get that bag, girl. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, we don't need y'all. You know why they act like that? Because it's 100 motherfuckers. They got 100 DMs with heart eyes and they take it for granted. Because guys give it away so freely. Guys let them do what they want to do. That's why they act like that. If that shit stopped with men today, women will change overnight, I promise you. But don't let them fool you with, we don't need no man, I don't need nothing. The reason they saying that is because they got 100 dudes to fuck. So they take it for granted. If that went away today, if that bitch lost her legs, she'd be on TikTok crying about how guys don't want her and you shouldn't leg shame.
That's
Y'all
cold.
stop.
That's cold. But he ain't lying. I cannot disagree with him. He ain't lying.
My boy said you shouldn't leg shame. He said that's what they be saying that they take their legs off.
That is a fact.
They're going to find something to crucify you on. It don't matter what it is.
Bro.
Every time.
But to the greater point that he was speaking to, in terms of men having control over enabling this delusion, how much control do y'all feel like we really have? Do y'all feel like, just go to what he said, man, if we stop supporting this stuff, then it would stop. Do y'all believe that?
Yeah. I truly believe that. So if men stop tricking, it'll be a different game out here. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have so many desperate men, you know what I'm saying? I feel like being that subscribed to OnlyFans are all desperate. All of them. I care less in what shape or form, you know what I'm saying, foot fetish, I care less which way you going. That's a desperate dude, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand. Never understood that, bro.
And then that same dude, if a woman get that dude a chance, right? Let's say she fading out the game. She see a dude, one of her top components, been donating to her for 20 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm. She like, oh, that dude got money. I'm going to retire with him. Mm-hmm. That dude will literally try to kill you if you leave him. You know what I'm saying? Because he feel like I invested my whole life into you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, if you get rid of the suckers, man, the whole game will change. But it's too many. It ain't enough real people out here, man. It ain't enough real men out here, man. It's too many suckers. You know, and like last week, hey, men, we standing too close to the hoes too, goddamn me. That's just real.
That's real.
That's real shit. You know what I'm saying? We stand too close to them. So, hey, man, as long as the game stay like that, I don't never see it changing, ever. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not. The game is the game, man. Like, I don't see it changing anytime soon because men, like, that's been going on for forever. It's just, it's evolved in different ways. Like, men are going to pay for that ass. And like they say, as long as she's selling, niggas going to be buying. And it's going to come in different forms. Everybody got their own fetish or desire, or even if it's just trying to get one off, if it's out there, he going to find it.
Right.
Whether it's on the street, it's on the internet. Now it's just super accessible now. Like, you got a woman like, yo, here, this is my body. I'm advertising it. If you pay X amount of dollars a month, you got access to it. So instead of him just normally before is fantasizing, no, you got to go to a store to get it. You got to be over 18. You got all these rules, and now it's just open your phone up and boom. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, and that's one of our kryptonites. That's just what it is.
That's real, because over half the field ain't getting no ass anyway.
None.
You know what I'm saying? So they going to do whatever it take. That's the OnlyFans crowd. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Incels
bozos.
is what they call it.
Yeah, incels.
Gotcha.
Parasites.
Parasites is crazy. That's crazy.
That's their new name, Parasites.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's them. So, as long as the game got parasites in it, man, look, I don't never see the exterminators cleaning them out.
At all. Forever.
What's wrong with this nigga, man?
How long did it have? Brothels, just
Bro.
all type. No,
Bro.
it ain't going nowhere.
Bro, never.
It ain't going nowhere.
Never.
I'm sorry.
What
What Pimp C said it a long time ago.
Bro.
Talking about making money behind the screen.
Bro,
easiest money you can get is the new American dream. Like,
Say pimping ain't dead. It just moved to the website.
that's it.
That's it.
That's facts, man. I think he's right, but you know, the refusal to do so is kind of what befuddles me. Going by all these conversations that we have on YouTube, right? Because if you let a lot of these men speak, they'll say, "Hey, the reason society is in such disarray is because women are doing this, or women are doing that, or women are doing this." But I think what he's speaking to is the fact that we have way more control than we think, and not only do we have that control, but we enable the dysfunction.
Absolutely.
Right? Because just like bro and them, like we'll sit on here and clown women for having OnlyFans all day long, but they got women out here that's making tens of thousands of dollars monthly with OnlyFans. And I guarantee you it's not women subscribing. So with that being the case, it's like we don't really have room to complain. As long as you're going to enable the dysfunction, you got to take what come with that. And this is what come with that. You have a lot of women that are out here delusional, thinking that, you know, they are powerful and thinking that they are bosses. But just like he's saying, you know, nothing's promised. You can get in a car wreck tomorrow, and because you dropped out of school because your OnlyFans was popping, now you on your ass at this point with no income, no means of income. So all that boss and all that power shit went right out the window. Like, you got to have some kind of foundation with some substance in this thing if you want this shit to go how it's supposed to go. But if you don't, and you're just depending on temporary benefit, like a lot of these women doing, and dressing it up as, oh, now I'm a boss, I own my own business, I own this, I own that, then it's going to be tough sledding. And not only that, these same women don't care to listen to a man, or don't care to follow a man, or find a man, or whatever. You literally have women saying, man, I don't need no man for nothing. I pay all my own bills. I got my own car, I got this, I got that. And for women who have a foundation based in substance, I kind of understand it. I still feel like it's wrong, right? Because eventually even them, when they get older and they corporate job, or they this, they that, and they look around and I ain't got no kids and I ain't got no man, and this house is lonely as hell, the reality sets in on them too, right? But at least they got some solid foundation where they can take care of themselves. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a lot of these women with the OnlyFans shit slowing down. It's getting tough out here for them. Trying to go get surgeries to try to keep up with the, you know what I mean? All of that, 45, 50 years old out here trying to chase it.
Looking like Queen Ant.
Straight up. So, you know, that's where we at. But I say all that to say, men have way more control and have way more responsibility in the state of society being this way than we are willing to admit. And that's the part that's befuddling to me. But, you know, in terms of what he's saying, and again, he's speaking in an ideal world of Wakanda, right? As Logic would say, salute to Logic. But is it gonna stop? No, it's not.
Hell no.
Men been suckers for ass for centuries, and that ain't changing no time soon.
The men be lonely. Men be lonely, and that's how they get their satisfaction. Watching through the screen by themselves.
Wild part is though, bro, if we gonna break it down to even more real level, a lot of these women say, talking about escorts and OnlyFans and all that, a lot of these women say some of their biggest clients is married men.
That's a fact.
So, you know, I say that to say that it ain't just the incels that's feeding this.
Very true.
It's the men in relationships, it's the married men, the men that's, you know, marrying women that ain't as freaky as they may want or whatever, so she can look good on my arm, and then I'm gonna pay this chick behind the scenes to, you know, for that real nasty shit that I want, because I can't get that from my wife or my girl.
How is you paying an OnlyFans account and you ain't getting nothing? All you getting is you jacking off or something? I don't know what you mean.
Nah, bro, these chicks got all kind of situations going on OnlyFans. Like OnlyFans, a lot of times in this era, because let's just be honest here, a lot of these women are not having a lot of subscribers, right? It's just like the podcast game. Everybody got a podcast, but everybody not doing numbers like that. But, you know, let people tell it, oh man, you get your podcast, you can make this, you can do this on YouTube, you can do that. So it's hyped up, but most people are not doing as well as the hype. So because of that, you got chicks that's offering extra shit. Like selling, hey, we can meet up for such and such amount, or you know, if you want me to go with you, right,
for 5 minutes, or
it's just like the stripping game. We used to you know, strip club work back in the day, $10 table dance, whatever. You throw your little bread or whatever. But what do they do after you done threw a couple dollars at them? Hey, you want to go to the back room? It's $300, $200, $150.
No, I want the wings.
Come on with you.
12-piece lemon pepper
That
to
type
go.
of shit. Yeah. So like OnlyFans is serving as a gateway to that. Because I think, matter of fact, I think the game is slowing down on that as far as men just subscribing to just see pictures and videos and shit. So because that game is slowing down, chicks gonna try to get that bag.
Once they shut down Craigslist.
Right. Right.
And Backpage.
Boy,
That was it.
this and that got hotter. You know what I mean? Playing like this to the early 90s.
You gotta find different avenues. Boys gotta find different avenues.
Shout out to the H, man. Y'all from the H, y'all know what he talking about.
Hey, they gonna find a way.
Golly.
Like they shut down Tumblr.
Yeah.
Then it all came to Twitter. Like Twitter is nigga damn near Pornhub 2.0 now.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, I'd be damn that scared to open it up at the job.
All the time.
I'm scrolling the timeline. Next thing you know, somebody getting done. I was like, whoa.
Niggas trying to make an infinity scroll.
Right.
Straight up.
Yeah, far away from that bitch.
Wait a second.
And you ain't gotta follow none of that stuff, but because somebody else follow it,
Right.
somebody that you know.
Hey, and that's what I hate about my Instagram, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to your what not your regular feed, but
The explore page.
The explore page, bro. Dog, it's
got
like
nothing
everybody naked
women.
on there, bro. I don't
only what
follow
you like.
nobody that's naked.
Yeah, you
bro.
do.
I don't.
You be double tapping. That's
No,
what it is.
I don't.
You be going back there.
Hell no, I don't.
You infinity
I
like.
really, man, hell no, I infinity scroll.
Infinity swipe is crazy.
That's crazy. Nah, I don't follow nothing like that, bro. But damn, my explore page, that's what it is, bro.
Hey.
Like, man, I just be want to ask some of my followers, hey, fam, who you pay? Slow down.
So yeah, but I mean, but that right there goes to show, even on the gram, you got chicks you part of my close friends. I'm charging $20 to get my close friends. All type
I
of
seen
shit.
people charging for that.
Real rap.
And the Goofies was charging for that. The Parasites was charging for that.
Yeah, paying.
When no paying for that.
For sure. It's always gonna be a market for it, bro. Because fantasy is gonna sell. It done been selling forever, even centuries ago. Kings and all type of shit. Niggas that they had what they called them? Not prostitutes back then, but it was something else. I can't think of the name of it. But yeah, so this game done been a game forever, man. And I can't see it changing. But man, gotta stop complaining about it if you're aiding in it. That's all I'm saying. But all right, we're going to keep this thing pushing, man. Next subject, let's talk about single motherhood. They were saying that single motherhood is not necessarily a new concept. Play this clip, get y'all take on it.
We think single motherhood has been around for a long time. It really hasn't. This is a new concept, and they use marketing campaigns to get you to accept it. 1950s, 5%. Not a lot of children born to unwed mothers. We get to 2012, we're almost dang near half. Some communities, 70% of the children born to unwed mothers. Right now, the father absence is a crisis in America. I'm telling you this for a reason, because the guys that want to be fathers, probably half of you, will not even raise your kid from 0 to 18. The systems are already in place for you to not be in that home. So what does that lead to? Kids that grow up without a father, 4 times as much to be raised in poverty, 7 times likely to be a teenage pregnancy victim. More likely to experience child abuse. That's normally because single mother has moved in another man. Child obesity. Are we seeing this today? 2 times as likely to suffer from obesity. 73% of the prison inmates were raised in single parent household, primarily single mother. We think single motherhood has been around for a long time. It really hasn't.
Thoughts? Single motherhood is a new concept, and not only is it a new concept, it's being kind of pushed on our community to divide us and to weaken us. That's Coach Greg Adams, man. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams, legend in the YouTube game.
I think that's a fact. But what you was going to say about it, though?
Now, of course, we would need to double check the statistics, but
The man just gave it, bro.
I mean, I feel it.
Going with his word.
I feel it. I feel it's right. I mean, that sounds about right. Like, again, like we said all the time, like back then, a lot of people's grandmothers and grandparents, grandfathers, they was all together. But it was that next generation after that is when things kind of started looking a little different. Now, of course, grandma and grandpa probably weren't together, but they was in the house together. You know what I'm saying? So it just wasn't, soon as things fall out, they dipping. Like now, that baby can still be in her stomach, he gone.
Damn.
We see that far too often. Far too often. They'll be together, look happy. They post on the gram every day, having a good time. Moment she gets pregnant, he disappear. It's like, when the hell did they go wrong?
The game is the game, man.
Like, I don't know, man. Like I said before, man, people got to be more careful, man. People got to be intentional. People got to really understand that the outcome on when you're doing certain things, especially with the wrong people, that can mess your whole life up, change the trajectory, set you back, all of that. But we just out here doing whatever.
That's true. I think about it, man, like everything he's saying, I'm just looking at it as the government has made, you know what I'm saying, that particular side lazy. You know what I'm saying? They could be lazy if they want to. You get what I'm saying? Because I know I can go get this Section 8. I know I can get Medicaid, you know what I'm saying, and all these things to where I don't have to pay. I got to pay $25 for rent. What? She can throw a little ass, a man gonna give her $100, fam. You know what I'm saying? Most she gonna have to pay is a phone bill. You get what I'm saying? Men, what men you know doing that? Men don't have that safety net. You know what I'm saying? To raise no kids and, you know what I'm saying, live off the government like that unless he got a disability. Something got to literally be wrong with this man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? For them to even remotely give him some type of help. A woman, that ain't the case. She could stay on Section 8 without a job until the baby is like, I think about 6 years old, 7 years old, some shit like that. So from birth all the way to 6, 7 years old, she can not have a job and only pay $25 in rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has made the game to where, nigga, I don't need you. For real, for real. That's what it made the game as. But if that safety net, because that's what it is, if that safety net wasn't there, it'd be way better decisions made. Way better. People wouldn't be having these kids at this alarming clip. You know what I'm saying? And it'll definitely be shunned in people's households because who gonna slow down their life to have some kids, to raise some kids while you still a child? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Are you still in your childish mindset? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I just think it just made it to where, all right, we can make you lazy and set you back and make it to where you can't get out this shit, but it's gonna come with a sacrifice. You can't work like that because the moment you start working, I think it's 30 hours, you got to pay half your rent. That ain't no money. Because we're going to keep it real. Most people in that position, the qualifications they have is like McDonald's or a Walmart clerk or something. They ain't getting paid no bread, dog. That ain't enough to really take care of no family for real and be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it just made the game fucked up, and I feel them, dog. I feel them, and I feel like it'll never change. Like we're gonna have to have a generation of people that look down on getting help from the government, knowing what it does to us as a community. You know what I'm saying? Because you getting that help, you know what I'm saying, it takes away from everything else. You know what I'm saying? Put more taxes out here and people gotta pay more taxes and shit like that. Goddamn me, the schools that your kid going to, them teachers ain't getting paid like that for real because they know them schools in the trenches. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, them teachers may not care for real. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that go along with you wanting to be living at the bottom for real because you got to want to do that. You get what I'm saying? I understand they got some cases people fall to their back and goddamn me and climb up out of it. I know a few women that did it, salute to y'all, but most of them don't do that. Most of them stay there for the rest of their life. You get what I'm saying? And wonder why their child grew up to be a killer or grew up to sell drugs all day. Or, you know what I'm saying? Your daughter scandalous with men and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that trickles from your decision that you made to stay in this hood, and that's the only thing you showed them. So I don't think it'll ever change, bro.
Yeah, I think, as long as the incentive is there, why would it?
Mm-hmm.
Because, just like Pearlie and a lot of them in the Coach Greg Adams, as well as one of them that says, women get incentivized to leave the relationship. So, if they get a divorce, there's alimony waiting on them. There's child support waiting on them. They get pregnant, man leave them, there's government assistance waiting on them. Food stamps waiting on them. All kind of programs that's set up to ensure that, hey, like my life isn't going to take too drastic of a hit. Now the quality may decrease a little bit, but it's not going to take a drastic hit, right? And that's why you have women that are leaving the marriages at the clip that they leaving them. I think 70, 80%, something like that, you know, and because it's like they know that they have a safety net that they can fall on. But like men, you know, especially if I'm making more money, which the average man makes more money than the average woman, that's just a fact. Even though, you know, especially in speaking of our community, our women are more educated or whatever the case may be, but even that statistic is skewed because if you factor in the degrees that they get and the jobs that they get from those degrees and the fact that we still make more money than them anyway, speaks to the, you know, disposition, but they'll throw that stat out there. It's like, well, we out here doing this, we out here achieving, we out here elevating, you know, but again, that's another conversation for another day. But I think, you know, that's why men are not as willing to walk away from this because we know if we leave the marriage or we leave the relationship, it's going to be penalties involved. We're not going to be able to just get off scot-free and get government assistance and things of that nature. A lot of times, even if the woman is making more money. Then
That's a fact.
Because let's just say that's the case. Like you look at a Kevin Federline, you look at people that went to court and, you know, came up big, got child support, they got ridiculed for that. Like, you a grown man. Why you need this woman to do this? Why you know what I'm saying? So it's like these are the circumstances that men are fighting against. So we don't get incentivized to leave. Even though we getting a check, we getting clowned, we getting looked down on for that. So that's going to deter men from wanting to do it. Plus, you know, our own ego and pride. And, you know, I ain't taking no damn alimony from my wife. Like, what are we talking about? I'm a grown man. I can go ahead and get it on my own. So it's all those things working against us. So that keeps a man in a relationship and we fighting to make it work. Compared to them, it's like, well, you know what? Irreconcilable differences. I ain't happy, man. I'm gone. And I want full custody of my kids or joint custody, but primary, keep my kids staying with me. So they get their kids, they get payment for the kids, alimony, government assistance, all of that. All of these programs are working to, you know, ensure that they have a safety net. So as long as that's the case, as long as that safety net is there, it ain't gonna change. There's gonna be more women doing the same thing. You literally have women that are not scared to get pregnant. Well, until recently with the whole, you know, abortion situation. You know, that was like, you know what? I don't want to get rid of the baby because I just don't believe in that. Like, damn me not being in a position to take care of it. You know, damn me not having no family backing or being broke or the dad not being in their life or me not even having a career of my own. I'm gonna have the baby because I just don't believe in getting abortions. So you don't believe in that, but you believe in opening your legs to a man you're not married to and letting him shoot the club up.
Having this baby and him not being there and all these things, bro.
Right.
Like, it just ain't one thing.
We're not talking about extreme situations.
Right, yeah, come
That's
on.
not extreme. That's the regular.
I know, because we'll still
He's
say
talking about the
that,
counter
and they
argument
still
that
gonna
they
throw
gonna
that in there, no matter what you say. So
Yeah. So, you know, I say all that to say, you know, he's speaking gospel, but like I said, a lot of these women to bring them kids into the world, and just like y'all said, the daddy gone before the embryo was even complete.
He ain't even at the baby shower.
Right. Because y'all was never in a serious situation anyway. Let's keep it real here. Like, you should not be having a kid unless y'all married. That's just facts. Let's call it what it is.
that's how I feel about it.
Right? But you open the door to do that, knowing the consequences of that. Not only the consequences for you, but more importantly, the consequences for the kid, which he spoke eloquently to. It's like if the kids brought up in single parent homes, their relationships are more likely to fail. They are more likely to be criminals. They are more likely to have trauma, mental trauma, all of these things. But a lot of women just don't care because I want to have the kid.
Sexual abuse, all this shit,
Right.
man.
So all of these factors, right? Like if you making a decision and somebody gave you a sheet, somebody as a man, and say, hey, bro, when you make the decision, this is the likelihood of what's coming. Anybody that's logical is gonna look at that and say, man, hell nah, nope. Nope.
What's on the other side? What's
Right.
over there?
It's automatic.
But it speaks to a lot of their mental state to see that sheet with all those facts and all those risks and all those, you know. And again, these are real stats. It's not nothing he making up. A lot of this stuff I done researched, and it's true. So it's like for them to see that and know that and still want to go through it anyway. It's like how can you save that? I mean, how can you detour that? Because like I said, they're being incentivized to do so through government and other situations. So it ain't gonna never change.
Bro, the game is crazy, man. Crazy. They even get more. Like, what's crazy is they even get more incentivizations. I think that's a word. To go win out here. Like, they get the women's little grant for the business.
Oh, right.
They got women. They got a lot of black women grants for college.
Student loan forgiveness too.
Yeah, bro.
Another.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a lot of incentives to go win, bro. Black men, we don't get that. We don't get as many as y'all. We get a few. You know what I'm saying? We get a few, but we don't get that to go win. On y'all end, y'all get a lot to go win or to lose. Either way, y'all get a lot on both sides of them table. If a man gonna lose, black man gonna lose for real, he gonna be homeless. We're just gonna keep that a being. He gonna be homeless.
I'll tell you this, you bring up a great point. How many homeless shelters do you know that are strictly for men?
I don't know not one, bro.
Let me ask another one. How many domestic abuse centers do you know strictly for men?
I don't know not one, bro.
So again, we get to talk about incentives, right? So let's just say she leaves the man, it's on dire straits, lose her career, lose her job, all that. Family is nowhere in the picture. She just by herself.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a safety net for her to go to and get right.
Yep.
But as a man, you lose your job, you lose your house, you lose all of these things. You're gonna be on the street more times than not. Because in a lot of these shelters,
no, they got some programs, but you gotta also understand, bro. It ain't just us in these programs. You get what I'm saying? It ain't just black people in these programs. So
and if we're gonna be honest, even in a lot of these shelters, it's on a first come first served basis, but they prioritize women and children, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you look at like even the safety situations, let us get the women and children out. It's gonna always be a safe haven for them. So let's just say the homeless shelter got one bed left, so it's a man and a woman in line. Who you think they gonna give it to?
Woman.
So again, that's why even if you go to homeless shelters and you look at those dynamics, it may be 10% men in there and 90% women.
Yep.
That's the reality of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, there's incentive all the way around. Like women could literally make mistakes all their life, all they want to, and it's gonna always be a bailout for it. Always.
And still come on the back end and win.
Right.
You know why? Because if she pretty enough, she been doing all this bullshit, losing shit, lost her kids in the system and all this shit. House, no car, none of that shit. If she is pretty enough, a man will scoop up and change her life.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
That's what I say, bro. We
man ain't getting that type of grace, baby.
Man,
the game ain't structured for a man to do that. Not to lose your whole life and then some dazzle just be like, you know what? I think he's handsome. Come on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Change you, put you in a nice crib, you know what I'm saying? Get you a career going, all that. Change your whole life. That don't happen for men, dog. That don't happen for me. I ain't seen one case up.
And you ain't gonna see it.
I'm at the cape for the women on this one.
What?
Go for it.
Just the cape for them.
Okay.
They may not be living nice,
Uh-huh.
but they're going to have somewhere to stay.
What?
Those men
What you mean?
have 4, 5 kids. That woman going to think he handsome. Give him another kid.
That is true.
Depending on
But
who
that
he
ain't
is.
a man that's been homeless. That ain't a man. I'm talking all the way at the dirt bottom. And you know what I'm saying? Like for let's keep it a bean, dog. Say we were single. Let's say we go to a Walmart or something. You know what I'm saying? We can meet a chick in there, dog, and we all making we can be millionaires. We can be millionaires. Mm-hmm. We see some chicks in there that's top notch on the charts, bro.
That's working there?
That's working there.
Okay.
Bro. She getting like, let's say on the high end, 700 every 2 weeks. Not every week. Not every 2 weeks. That's her check. That's $1,400, bro. Mm-hmm. You can't do nothing with $1,400, but that's what they doing at Walmart. That's just facts of this shit, right? We'll go in there and snatch that woman up. You know what I'm saying? Change her whole life, without even thinking twice about this shit.
But why is that?
You know what I'm saying?
Why is
Because we looking at her beauty. We looking at, can you talk a little bit? All this type of shit. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because people, let's just face it, people at the bottom and mid-range, they be the people you can find with some substance, can have a conversation, all these type of things as far as they living status. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, you can get this person to be presentable and all that shit and change her life. And she may be the best thing you ever had. She just didn't have the opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Let's reverse that. You can see a 3-pack of women that's millionaires walk into Walmart. Boy, she won't even. Every man in there that worked there got a blank face on. She don't even see that person as a human being.
Hey, that's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real though.
So it never happens for men, bro. It never happens like that for men. And that's the difference. We don't have no safety net, bro.
You speaking at extremes. I'm sorry, I tried. I tried.
He throwing the life raft out there, but it ain't going long enough, goddamn. We kill, man. We gonna kill.
bro. It's treacherous out here for men, dog. And when I see men going crazy, man, look, I understand it, bro. Being a man will drive you insane, bro.
They even I seen this little. It was several YouTube videos, series videos about this woman that had became a dude for a couple years. Y'all seen that? Mm-hmm. It was a woman that became a dude for a couple years just to see like the type of treatment, that they would get and And she ended up being depressed, and later on they said she killed herself. Damn. Because of the mental stress and the strain and just everything that comes with being a man. Like she didn't realize like how it was. She was like one particular clip she had walked. She was recording herself and was talking to somebody, and the girl was cold with her, just super cold. Now, mind you, this is a woman talking to a woman, so they don't really know exactly how to approach a woman. So it was some question. It was like, okay, yeah, I see why she ignoring you. But when that woman finally told, like, I'm a girl, then she softened up. She's like, they started having a regular conversation. Mm-hmm. But when she thought she was a dude, the guard was up.
Wasn't having.
The guard was up.
Wasn't giving her time of day.
At all.
Bro. And that's what.
And it wasn't even rude. It wasn't even rude either.
Look, the situation I explained with the Walmart thing in the reverse and all that, that's regular women that's getting degrees out here. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. That's middle class women. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't upper tier until you like, I think it's what, 250,000 or something like that.
I think so. You talking about changing
something like that?
brackets?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking middle class women. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Are treating men like that. Like if you are underneath them, bro, you ain't even human, bro. You are a blank face. You a robot walking. That's it. Do what I say. And they not even on that. You know what I'm saying?
What you call them back in the days when you Boudreaux?
You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of men out here are parasites. Right there. They turn to parasites because of what's going on. But men, we don't look at it like that. No matter what class of life we coming from, bro. Like a man can be a millionaire, billionaire, bro, and change a woman's life, and she ain't had a job since she been living for real. She just been pretty. It's just real.
Yeah.
If Tyson Beckford was goddamn a regular dude out here, yeah, he'd have a few hoes, but he wouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? If he was a regular dude that was a Walmart worker, come on, man. Yeah, everybody in Walmart. But the other women that coming in there, they gonna be like, oh, he fine, but he ain't a human to us. You know what I'm saying? That's how they would look at him.
He can't even take me out to eat.
That's real. Right. That's how they would look at him, bro. So it don't work the same for men, bro. I care less how handsome you are, bro. It'll never work like that for you.
Yeah. There's no lottery ticket.
Yeah, it's no lottery ticket.
For men. Women have a lottery ticket. You can be fine as hell, broke, homeless, no car, no nothing, and meet a man at the grocery store who's a millionaire and change your entire life.
You know what I'm saying?
Men don't have that opportunity.
Meet an accountant or, you know what I'm saying, a board member or a state senator or something. You know what I'm saying? Change your whole life, everything you ever knew. Mm-hmm. You ain't never had a steak in your life. You know what I'm saying? Now you eat steaks every day.
Can't even spell me, no.
You know what I'm saying?
MIG-NON.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Say MIG-NON. Get your broke ass on.
That's real.
All she
though.
know is flank steak.
That's it.
That's all she knows.
That's it. The closest she got to steak. Skirt steak. Closest she got to steak was at Waffle House. Yeah, I'm saying.
That little T-bone up there, thin ass T-bone.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro.
All right, man. We're going to keep this thing moving, man. Niggas say skirt steak. That's some cheap ass steak. Compatibility. Compatibility now does not mean compatibility 10 years from now. I'm gonna play this clip, man. Get y'all take on it.
If she or he is compatible with you now, in 5 years, he or she won't be compatible with you because you're going to change and he or she is going to change. So the question is not whether or not that person's compatible, because compatibility is temporal. The question is, will you both work towards knowing each other continually, getting to know each other every day and learning that person as they change on a daily basis, and to be submitted to the fact that that person will change and yet you will change, and together you're changing together. This is what relationship looks like. Marriage is not about finding the perfect spouse. Marriage is about finding the person who will do life with you, who's on the same mission as you, wanting and desiring what you want to bring glory to Christ, and fulfilling that together. It's a togetherness, a mutual submission to something greater than the two of you. If she or he is compatible with you now, in 5 years, he or she won't be compatible with you because you're going to.
About to run it back again. But thoughts, man. Just because they compatible with you today don't mean shit. Y'all want to speak to that?
That's real, man. That is real. Been married 10 years. All right, it's not the same woman I met, 12 years ago, 13 years ago? She's not. But we are willing to do life with each other. I'm not the same man she met. Be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what this husbandhood and fatherhood shit would entail. Leadership and all this. I didn't know none of this. I didn't know what that looked like and all that. So I know I'm totally different. Totally different from my mindset when I was younger. Principles are still the same. Principles are, I don't think that ever changed from me and my wife. But as far as the person and things and how we view it is different. So yeah, he's not lying.
Oh, how important is compatibility today?
I think it's extremely important. And I mean, I definitely get what he's saying, but my understanding would be just a little bit different because everything that he's saying is true. However, how I look at it is if I am compatible with you, we are compatible together with each other, those changes that he was saying, I feel you would understand that about your partner. You would know that about your partner. Like, that's why you choosing them, because, again, like I've always said, I'm accepting however this shit gonna go. Like, me and you are together. If you fall off, if you get sick, whatever, I'm in it forever. So the compatibility part is super important, because if you're not compatible, it's like, even one of those one-offs, even if we are disagreeing, we understand each other and we know each other and the ins and outs and all that stuff. So with that, we're going to be able to grow. So, again, like I said, I definitely don't disagree with him. I just look at it a little bit differently.
Yeah, man, I used to think similarly in terms of, like, compatibility is the most important thing, but fact is that, you know, you can say a lot of things on the front end that you're not really prepared for until you go through them. And, you know, a lot of those changes come in, you know, because it's a lot of changes that's going to happen, man, from, you know, outside appearance to career to confidence to, you know, insecurities, family members passing, you know, just all type of stuff, losing friendships, you know, losing kids, losing children, miscarriages, things of that nature. Like, it's a lot of things that you can't really plan for until you go through them. Like you may think somebody's cut a certain way, and then one of those things I named happened, and they turn into somebody totally different.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you plan for that? It ain't no way to. It's a gamble, but I think, you know, what you're saying is 1,000% right in terms of I can make the most educated guess possible, right? And that would come with me vetting that person and kind of, you know, being with them for a long time. And y'all gonna go through certain things. You can kind of gauge, you can kind of get an educated guess as to how they would be. But I think, you know, the longer you in the relationship, I think the less compatibility matters. I think it's more about adaptability, I think is the better word.
I feel that.
Like, is that person suited to be able to adapt? And these are keys that you can kind of read on somebody early on. You know, how resistant are they to change? You know, do they just shut down? Because you literally got some people that, like, any type of change happen, they'll just shut down.
Immediately.
You know what I'm saying? So whether it be from a career perspective or whether it be from family, losing friendships, things of that nature, even people that's toxic for them, they'll turn into somebody else, or they'll go into a dark place or whatever. So I think, you know, a lot of those keys can help you make educated guesses, but I don't think it's a way that you can kind of gauge to see, you know, how somebody will react. You know what? She seemed dope, man. You know, but if her mom passed, I think she'll move like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you know, it's people that situations like that happen to, and they done just shut down completely, had to go to a psychiatric ward. Or, you know, lose a child. You know, people that done been riding or whatever, getting a car wreck and their child pass. Like, how do you gauge that? How do you brace for that? You know, so I think all you can do, man, is just find somebody that you feel like has the ability to adapt. Go through as many situations as you can with them, good and bad, to kind of gauge their reactions to them and kind of see. And just pray for the best, because this shit is a gamble. It's no way around it.
That's it.
You can read all of the books you want on relationships. You can read all the articles. You can listen to all these experts. You can listen to people that have been married 40, 50 years. But fact is, those people's journeys are not yours. They not. You can take certain things from it and apply it to your situation, but, you know, nothing is going to be foretelling as to what's to come, because you just don't know. You know, and even like I said, car wreck early, your wife lose her legs, or your husband, you know, get hurt on the job or something and break his back or something. Now you're paraplegic. Like, you don't know how. You know, life is just so goddamn like crazy, man. And, you know, it has me thinking a lot lately and being real like introspective and just trying to like enjoy the day as much as I can, because you don't know what the hell is coming.
That's a fact.
So
that's what I've always said. Like, we really take advantage, but it's really a blessing when you get home every night.
That's a fact.
At the end of the day, shit is crazy. Even outside of violence, just in general, just day-to-day shit. It's just random.
Hey, man, I
So
feel
that's why you gotta stay on your toes and stay prayed up.
That happened in my old neighborhood. Some people had just built a house, bro. I'm talking, they probably was in it 3 weeks. 3 weeks, swear to God. They was trying to beat the train by my crib and didn't. Split the car in half, killed the girlfriend and the newborn baby. I'm talking baby was maybe a week old.
Damn.
Old girl went to jail. Yep. The other girl went to jail that was in the car.
She was a driver?
Yep.
Intoxicated?
No, they was just trying to beat the train. Because that train around there is long.
Right.
When it do come, it's real long. They were trying to beat that bitch and couldn't. Then bam. Split that car in half. Or I think it was like a Expedition or a Suburban or something.
God damn.
Shit devastating.
So
man.
people take that for granted, for real. Coming home every day, like, you didn't kill. And I think they was like boyfriend and girlfriend, like, you know, that type of situation. Like, you didn't kill your girlfriend, her baby, and you going to jail. And y'all just bought a house.
That's 3 lives lost.
3 lives lost.
Just like that. Everything was good 2 days ago. Or everything was good that morning.
Yep.
Then now, you know, your life was totally different. You know, I remember being at Embrace, man. Like, if you're in the oil and gas industry, you know, like, it's a lot of layoffs, things that happen just randomly. Life would be great, you know, and, you know, you would get these jobs or whatever, because oil and gas does pay well compared to you know, most other industries or whatever. But people get them jobs and then they'll elevate their lifestyle to those jobs. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, thinking, oh man, I'm signed on with the company. I'm good. Cause like most of the jobs is like temps, you know, whatever, like contract. So, you know, if you're on contract, then yeah, you're going to kind of brace a little bit forward. It's like, you know, all right, yeah, I mean, the money good, but, you know, this contract for a year, I ain't going to go crazy. I ain't going out there buy no new house, no car, nothing like that. We're going to try to stack. We're going to try to do our thing. But a lot of people be signed to the company and they feel like, so I'm bulletproof. Until, you know, the boss call that meeting and say, hey, man, you know, we gonna send our accounting department. We going to get those responsibilities to our plant that's in Canada. Or a plant that's in California, and you know they already got people there to work it. So, you know, we're gonna give everybody severance packages, whatever the case may be. And then next thing you know, your life is just
upside down. And bro, I remember one day, that was when like I got my like grown up moment to know like, hey man, life is real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you get out of college, you wide eyed. It's like, man, I'm gonna get this job, make all this money. I'm good, man. Long I get all that, you know what I'm saying? But then you get into that job and you get to seeing how real life works, right? You be thinking, you know, these layoffs come, they don't give people an adamant amount of time, 3, 4 months, 5 months to prepare yourself. Hey, we gonna eliminate the position in March, you know, but right now it's what, November right now? So, you know, you got about a couple months, get your situation together, whatever, but it's gonna come down the pike like that.
Nigga, Thanksgiving.
Bro, I remember being at Embers, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I'll never forget this day because it was one of my homeboys named John, white dude. He was like 26, just had a baby. Baby was 8 months old, as a matter of fact, and they had just moved into their house. And because me and him was like going through, you know, we was talking about our relationships and shit all the time. That's how we bonded or whatever. And yeah, I came into work late that day, and then as I'm coming in, they had a spur of the moment meeting going on. So like I walk toward the meeting, but when I get there, everybody walking out. I say, oh damn, I missed the meeting. And then, you know, I'm speaking to people and they ain't really speaking with the same energy. You know how like you run into the same people every day. What up, bro? Oh, you good, bro? Da, da, da. Oh, hey man, how's it going?
Hey,
I'm coming in and speak, hey man, what's up? How y'all? Everybody was like, it just kind of kept their head down and kept walking. I'm like, what the hell going on in this meeting? So I don't think none of it. I go to my desk, right? Next thing I know, I'm seeing John. I'm seeing like 8 other people just packing their desks up and walking out of there with boxes. And I look at John, I'm like, he's like, then walk toward the elevator. They end up eliminating that 14 people that day. They told them that morning. And now mind you, like I say, week before, me and this man just talking about, yeah, my 8-month-old keeping me up at night, man. We trying to, you know, get her out of the bed, get her in her own crib. So you go from that 1 week to no job at all. And his wife don't work.
And that's why I hate company people. Like when you go to an interview, they be like, hey, you done switched jobs like 7 times. Bro, these jobs don't care about you.
Right.
If it's their money on the line or your livelihood, hey, boy, I'm sorry for your livelihood, but hey, we got coins to protect.
Exactly. We got a business to run.
So I hate when I see that on the other side of the table because they'll do that like in your field. People can get laid off every 3-4 years.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Any given moment.
Or not even 3-4 years. Somebody can mess up on the taxes or steal some money or something. You know what I'm saying? They got to recover the next year and they got to eliminate 10 positions. So, hey, I'm sorry your position came up for that. You know what I'm saying?
But if I'm leaving, I got to give you courtesy.
I got to give you 2 weeks and all this type of stuff. And then when I go interview for another job, they like, oh man, we seen you had 4 jobs in the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, I've been laid off. I'm trying to get some more money for my family. Damn. So I hate when I see stuff like that, bro.
Damn, bro, they do it so shaky because let's just keep it real here. As I elevate in the company, like these people have word that these changes are coming months in advance, right? But they don't tell you that because if they tell you that, then they know everybody gonna start dipping and going to find other jobs, and it's gonna be empty in this office within 2 weeks, right? And I still want to get as much work out of y'all as I possibly can. We got closings coming up. We got these reports due. We got to pay these companies, and I don't need all my employees running out on me. So what they'll do is they'll try to wait until the last minute right? Except for a few certain, employees that they may be cool with and brown nose, whatever they got personal relationships with, they'll tell them outside of it. But they don't make the announcement until like the last possible minute that they can do it. And that's why I say that day at Enbridge, I like grew up that day. Because back then I would do anything for the company. I'm showing up on time every day. I'm doing extra work. I'm staying late. I'm trying to prove myself. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, y'all let my boy go like that. He found out the morning of. And like I said, his wife not working. So he done just bought this house. He got this money coming in. He got a baby. And now he got to go figure it out.
Yep.
It's just like, yeah, nah, bro. So.
Bro, that happens in the refinery all day. All day. One day you'll be working as a contractor. Oh yeah, man, we on 3-year project. Boy, you get to setting up. 8 months gone. And we're going to let you go. You know what I'm saying? Do you greasy, dog?
I had that meeting before. Niggas called me off because I, when I was over there, that was my second time being over there. The first time I was over there, they laid me off or whatever. And it was one of them because I was in college working there, I ain't gonna get into the details of the hours for whatchamacallit, but I was over there working, you know what I'm saying, in school and shit. And that was like, yeah, bro, you gotta shoe in. As soon as you graduate, man, you in this motherfucker. And then I remember like 4 months before graduation, they called me in that office and said, look, man, we appreciate the work you've been doing. We appreciate what you've been doing these past 3 years, man. And you've been a model employee and da-da-da-da. But, corporate came down, said that we're going to be eliminating your position. But to salute to them, they gave me the time. They say, look, man, it's coming in 3 months. You remember I told you? It's coming in 3 months. So prepare. But this is what's coming. And you done been a model employee, has nothing to do with your work ethic, no, none of that. So I say that to say you could be doing everything you're supposed to do and still get cut.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. So that's why, bro, when I see people that just be, I'm company person, I'm coming. And then COVID happened. And you lose everything. You lose everything. Now what?
I'm a witness.
Because during that whole time before COVID, you was cutting people. You know what I'm saying? And laughing in their face. And then COVID happened and the company say, oh, big fella, you ain't excused from this. We need to get our bread. We need to save our bread. We don't know how long it's going to be.
Hey, nigga.
And then bam, they cut you, right? And then when they start hiring back again, you cost too much. Because we was paying you 80.
That's a fact.
We going to pay this other guy
56.
You know what I'm saying? To do all your duties and a few more. You know what I'm saying?
And he younger. You 5 years younger than you.
And the one that stayed on get a raise.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's the way it go, bro. That's the way it go, bro. So, bro.
That happened with us through the pandemic. I remember we had to cut, we trimmed hours. We was only open during certain times because we was being extra cautious. And I'm like, nigga, it's only a matter of time, dog.
Felt it coming.
I just knew it. I just knew it. Then I think they made the first decision in New York when there was like restaurants and gyms and da-da-da. Right after the mass email went out. Everybody.
Bro.
Turn it in.
I'm telling you.
All laptops to the association office.
Bro.
Get facility keys.
All that.
We need it all.
You need everything.
I should have said no.
I lost it all. Somebody stole me. Somebody stole everything out my car. Yeah. But for real though, companies will do that, bro, and just feel like, oh, that's cool. Like, hey, we protecting ours. You know what I'm saying? And people supposed to forgive them. It's business on their end, but when, you know what I'm saying, you as the employee doing it like that, you keeping it business, they try to look down on you. You know what I'm saying?
They try to make it personal.
Yeah, they try to make it personal.
I trained you myself and
all
I
that.
Gave you opportunities and elevated you and all that. It's real personal then.
Yeah, for
when
real.
You get ready to leave.
You know what I'm saying? Like nah, bro. Like I really believe, and that's a stat out there. If you stay at a job too long, you lose 30% of what you should have been making.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? So people should be switching jobs. It ain't got to be the career or the job title, but you should be switching companies. You know what I'm saying? Every 5 years, some shit like that.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because fact is, most people gonna get their promotions and the most elevated pay by switching companies. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. So even if that company does retain you, they may give you a 5% pay bump or a 7% pay bump. But if I leave this company and go here, that whatever pay bump y'all's gonna give me, that's my floor.
Yep.
So especially if I'm still working, that company knows that I'm a valued employee or whatever. So it's gonna mean more, and they know they gotta pay more to poach me. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people don't use that as leverage the way that they should, just based on just ignorance and comfortability. A lot of people just, hey man, I'm comfortable here. I know the terrain. I've been working with these people forever. How long? They give me all kind of leniency in which I can come to work and take days off or whatever the case may be. So because of that, I'm gonna stay here and accept less than.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Most people do that,
bro. The game fucked up, man.
Yeah.
The game fucked up. And I hate that you get these people that get in position with the companies and just act like they own the company. Like, bro, COVID has showed you don't own the company. They'll let your ass go too. Yeah, you've been here 30 years. We're gonna force retire you, big dog. Because when we do get back up and running, we ain't bringing you back. So, I'm sorry, you cost too much.
It made me think about Office Depot when I was at Office Depot. I remember when I first got there. Because it's like it goes against rules.
To talk about
salaries and shit, right?
And that's really not though.
Right.
That's really not.
It's
not
set up that way because the company benefits by y'all not discussing salaries, right? Because you can come in there and say, "Hell no," because you paying him this, and I do more than he do. I need more money.
It is,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they try to keep people from doing it. But I remember when I first got to Office Depot, I didn't care because I knew I wasn't gonna be that long. So they was like, "How much you making?" I say, "Man, 9. I'm making 9." They say, you ain't never worked in retail? Nah, that's my first retail game. I ain't never. It's like, bro, I've been here 5 years. I'm making $7.45. I said, what? I'm sorry to hear that, gang.
Big B got the pink slip.
Hey.
Nobody making 9 now.
Hey.
That nigga went to the office after a few months. Hey man, I want my raise. I know he getting $9.50. I've been here 5 years. I need $10. Who making $9.50?
Bro,
Mr. Cockwood.
Hey, you want to step in my office just real quick?
We gotta let you go. Just to show the other employee, boy, we'll fire you, bro.
Man, I left on my own volition. You know what I mean? I came in because, like I say, as soon as I got there, I said, "Nah, this ain't gonna last." Because you got to stand on your feet 9 hours a day. They give you like two 15-minute breaks, or 3 15-minute breaks or something.
And they be locking you.
They got earpieces. They got earpieces. So like when you stay in the break room too long, hey Anthony, you out of the break room? Yeah, we need you on the tech floor. You up there trying to chill, trying to kick it,
bro.
I said I'm out. I stayed there 3 months. I was gone. I did. But yeah, we done got detoured, man. Compatibility, man, don't mean shit today because you don't know what's coming tomorrow. In summary, but yeah, we gonna keep this thing pushing. It's another clip, man. They talking about dating hood dudes and how that's a sign of immaturity to date these hood N-words with the ER.
I've been married 10 years. I don't know if I'm immature.
You immature too.
Dating hood dudes is definitely a huge sign of immaturity in women. And before y'all come at me in my comments, I want to say hit dogs holla. And I've been there before, so I'm not judging. I'm really speaking from experience. When I was way younger, like by the time I was 21, I was done with them. But when I was way younger, those are the type of guys that I used to be into. It's a huge sign of immaturity for the simple fact that you have no future with these type of men. Besides the cheating and the lies and all of that, can't have kids with them because kids need structure and stability. They can't get that if their daddy is in and out of jail, if the money is funny. You never know who's coming for the hood dude that you're with. You never know what type of street trouble he's in. So if they're after him, they could be after you too. It's just unsafe and it's unstable. And I wish that all my girls would be released from the shackles of hood dudes.
released from the shackles.
Hey,
So we're gonna address this. Smooth, we coming to you first. He said if you date a hood dude, you're immature as a woman. You want to speak to that?
really quick, I just want to clarify. Is she saying that's active?
Correct.
Okay. So maybe that.
Active, yeah, I would say, yeah, I would lean more towards that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that most of the time, you a hood dude, you active. If you an active hood dude, most of the time you ain't got no career going, you ain't got too much going, but the street life for real. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So all that's quick money. You want your girl to do certain things. You want your girl to ride with you to make certain plays. You know what I'm saying? Like you always trying to be out on the scene to catch other women. You know what I'm saying? That's just how this game works. So yeah, if he active, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? If you from them trenches and you retired, you stepping out here, you got you a job and you trying to progress your life, then her statement holds no validity. You know what I'm saying? Because he's retiring from that. Like the streets will always be in him, or the hood will always be in him, because there's a difference between hood and street dudes. Most of y'all don't know that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But that'll always be in him. But as far as like how he moves, he's trying to move his family away from that. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make sure his kids don't feel none of that. The kids gonna know that he that, but as far as them growing up in it, they won't see it. So yeah, like if he's retired, then her statement is false. But if he's knee deep in it, hell yeah, she right. That's a form of immaturity.
Just real quick though, Smooth, speak to the difference between the street dude and hood dude for the people that don't know.
Man, hood dude, he always in the hood, man. He just around. Hood dude. He ain't really making no plays like that. You know what I'm saying? He just getting money on the pass by, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Street cat, we talking really out here. You know what I'm saying? Really out here up for whatever. And I mean whatever. However it go. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main differences in street dudes and hood dude. The hood dude, you'll just see them in they hood, you know what I'm saying? They not really like hands on with too much stuff, but they in them trenches. But street cat, they outside 24/7, you know what I'm saying? Making plays, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time the street cat gonna have more money than the hood dude if we gonna keep it a bean.
When he out.
Yeah, when he when he out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then on top of that, the street dude gonna go to jail more than the hood dude.
It's facts.
Mm-hmm. That's just the way the game play. You know what I'm saying? High risk, high reward. Mm-hmm. High risk, your ass, boy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just the differences in that.
Okay, well said. Oh man, she said dating these street dudes is a sign of immaturity. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, listen. A lot of these always goes back to a song that I think about. And this one, I think about Destiny's Child.
Can you pay my bills?
Mm-mm. If your status ain't hood.
Mm-hmm. I ain't checking for you.
That's facts.
I ain't these street if he looking at me.
I need a soldier.
That's facts, bro. Because I don't care what she say. I don't care what she say. If something going now, you don't want to do that's with you that don't have that violence in them. You get what I'm saying? I care less how smart the motherfucker is, because they got smart people that come from the hood. You know what I'm saying? But if he just a smart motherfucker and he ain't got no type of violence in his bones, you not gonna be with him, bro.
That sounds crazy, but it's real.
Women want to feel protected.
It's real.
They want that physical presence as well. They want to feel physically protected as well, and I can't blame them for that. However, just because he from the hood don't mean he can protect you.
That is real.
You can be from the hood and get your ass stomped out.
That's real. That's real. That is real.
They got no type of hands. That's a fact.
That's real.
But he looked the part.
Right.
That's real.
Like them niggas that be at the court fully dressed up,
Sleeves,
basketball court
elbow,
sleeves,
headband.
get out there.
See, but you know why I respect them? At least they willing. At least they willing.
I feel it.
That's true.
Because you could be a hood dude and not be able to fight, but you will fight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You will try to protect what's yours, and at a fault you know you can't.
Right.
But you still gonna try. The effort is there.
That's true.
And
You know what I'm
she's still
saying?
gonna leave you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, and the wild part is, I used to think that, man.
I don't know.
I used to think that, but I done seen it. A couple get their ass whooped, and they woman stay right there,
Yeah,
patch his
okay.
wounds up,
Okay.
get them together, whatever.
You'll
Now,
get them next time, baby. It's the
Right.
effort. And then on top of that, look,
That's how it should be.
but you also got to realize
when you got your solid,
that's real. But
You're
you
right.
took the heat off of her. Because most likely when a man getting a scruff over a woman and stuff, once the scruff is over, no matter what if the other dude was the one you was trying to get off your woman, he ain't messing with that woman no more, even if he did beat your ass. You get what I'm saying? So in a sense, you did your job, even though you sleep. And he was bombing on you Pearl Harbor. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, in a sense, you still did your job.
though
Your jaw did the job for you.
served as a barrier between him and your woman. And she needs to thank you for that. You got your ass whooped.
Hey,
But she needs to thank you for riding for this union that y'all
that's
got.
real, folks.
Damn, that's
real.
crazy.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what Justice said, she want a
She want a neuroscientist
Bro.
that's poetic with a soft side, but he just shot 3 niggas. You got
know what I'm
a
saying?
doctorate degree in neurology.
with a ghost and Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Bro, can't have it all, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with her. I ain't gonna hold you. I think women have that fascination with that street dude, and I think it goes back to what y'all was saying. It was about the protection aspect. Like when you younger, even men have a fascination with the street dude. Let's call that what it is in terms of the respect that we give out in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be 2 dudes. One is a street dude in and out of jail or whatever, but he's solid. He getting that fast money, driving that Benz or whatever. And it could be another dude in the neighborhood that's driving the same Benz, but go to work every day, take care of his family, PTA meetings, cheerleader trials, football practice with his kids, all of that. The street dude is gonna get more respect because it's just more allure to it. It's more, it's a aura around him. He'll crash out, he'll go crazy if it come to it. To where that other dude may be a bit more diplomatic. He gonna sit down and talk it out, like grown people do. You know what I'm saying? So that street dude is gonna get the most allure from men and women if we gonna keep it real. So I think, I feel like that's more of a black thing.
Yeah.
Because we just glamorize violence. It's like Smooth said, violence is currency. Where we from? To whereas in other cultures, it's how smart you are. It's how many businesses you can start. It's how many people that you can put on. You know what I'm saying? But in our neighborhood, whoever is the most violent or we think is the most violent, they the ones gonna get the most respect. Now, being smart is, cool in some circles or whatever, but you literally have dudes that'll clown you for being smart.
Yep. All the time.
You got all A's on your progress report. Look at this old smart ass nigga right here. You know what I mean? But
This
if you
Urkel ass.
right, you know what I'm saying? But if you go out there and shoot 3 niggas and come back to school, you getting pats on the back. Oh man, bro, you a real one. You this, da da da. Dudes trying to be cool with you. Dudes trying to hang with you.
You cannot even shoot them. You can just shoot at them.
Shoot at them. Yeah.
Go to jail. How about that?
You know what I'm
That
saying?
too. So that is a big issue in our community, and then it kind of caters to like the midget mindset that a lot of us have. It's not until we leave that environment that we realize, wait a minute, intelligence and stability is to be respected. Because let's just keep it real. Even as much money as we seen that street dude making, if you factor in all that time he spent in jail, making license plates for $2 an hour and shit like that. The man that worked that job for 40 years every day, making that $50,000 or that $60,000, he actually makes more money than the street dude in the long run. And he's a better father to his kids, and he's a better husband to his wife, and a better sister to his. Brother to his
She
family.
got less stress on her. The woman got less stress on her.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people glamorize, street dudes, whatever. And just like she said, a lot of it is a young thing. Because when you get older and you leave that and you elevate and you find out how life really works, you begin to damn near look down on that. It's like, hell, I don't even want to be around that type of shit. I got too much to lose. I got a wife, I got a kid, I got a house, I got insurance. mortgages and shit like that, trust funds. I don't even want to be around it. If a nigga get to yelling too loud next to me in the club, all right, man, it's time to go.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
It's time to get up out of here. To whereas when you're young, you like, oh shit, phone's coming out, he gonna do. So again, it just comes with maturity. So I think that caters to what she's saying. Even women, a lot of women got to go through those trials and tribulations with those street dudes, and get pregnant by him, and then have him go do that 10 years, and you raising that kid by yourself, or you riding with him, y'all leaving the club, niggas pull up on the whip and shoot up the car while you in it, and you escape with your life and different things like that. So it's like with these, or them not being able to get to him, kidnap your ass to get the money that he owed them or the money that they trying to take from him. Now your ass in the back of a trunk somewhere. So it's not until you go through those things that you realize, wait a minute, this lifestyle is not as alluring as I thought it was.
I thought I was gangster.
You know what I mean? Or until y'all get pulled over and he put that pistol in your purse. And now you gotta go do
he put some soft in your purse, girl. Hold that 8 for you.
Police search
Hold
your
that
shit.
8 ball, yeah.
Now you in court looking at 3 to 5.
Put that 8 ball between your breasts.
I was trying to find this video that
You know what I'm
was
saying?
very similar to what we just talked about now. It was 2 dudes that was talking about how the women like the thugs. And they are educated, handsome men or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I seen that today on the timeline.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find that in a minute. But yeah, so I think that's what the allure is. But I mean, while I search for it, I do want to ask y'all: at what age do y'all feel like that mindset changes? And I want y'all to speak to your mindset first, and then like the women. Like at what age do y'all feel like they get over that, and what circumstances do y'all feel like gets them to that point to where it's like, okay, that shit is not as alluring to me anymore?
Shit.
I don't know, man. The way it's
33?
looking, yeah.
33.
Yeah. How old I am? 40. Yeah.
You see older women right now still on that.
Yeah.
Lusting over that. Glamorizing that.
Yep.
I don't know. I think.
And date a younger dude to have it.
Damn. Yeah, you're
real.
right. You're right.
So yeah.
I just seen Mariah Carey in pictures with Lil Durk the other day.
Fucking, what was it, Cher?
Yeah, Cher. Dealing with the DGG or whatever the little rapper name is.
Hey man,
That was his name?
I don't know what his name is. But he ended up leaving somebody for her. Right, a younger chick for her.
An old wise man told me before, your age don't make you grown.
That's a fact.
Your mind do.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, like they say, age ain't nothing but a number. That is right. They is right. Because she can be 40 and still chasing them hood dudes. Still chasing the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Trying to look like she's 20. You know what I'm saying? Trying to compete with these 20-year-olds and all that type of stuff.
Lost a Pippin, another one.
You want to still feel sexy.
All
you want to
that.
still feel wanted.
All that, like, you like, I see in this era, bro, like, we seeing the 30s and the 40-year-old women, bro, like, want to compete with them younger girls, going to get under that knife for the wrong reasons, bro. You don't even have a husband. You know what I'm saying? You barely even take care of your kids. And you chasing some young men or some men that's still active in the streets for what? You do know in the next 20 years your life is done. And when you're grown, 20 years fly by, baby. 20 years fly by, bro. And these women out here wanting to compete, dog, that shit is tragic, bro. Tragic. And then them same women, she been and had a kid when she was young in her prime. You know what I'm saying? Now the kid older. She ain't getting no child support and all that type of stuff, right? She'll be chasing the young man again that's in them streets and all that type of stuff just to have another baby. Baby, you done with that phase. At least we thought. You know what I'm saying? How you goddamn 40 having a newborn and your other child 22? How the fuck that work? But we starting to see that. We're starting to see that in this generation, dog. So yeah, It ain't the age, bro. It's the mindset. So yeah, Otis is right. 40. I'm going 40.
I had to play the sad trombone.
I'm going 40, bro.
All right, man. I found the video, man. We were speaking about thuggish.
Yeah.
Men getting a lot of praise and getting a lot of attention from women. And there was two gentlemen that hit the timeline today. And they were speaking on, how they oftentimes got or get looked over for that type of man, and that caused them to go date other races. So I'm just going to play this clip, man, and then get y'all response to what they had to say.
Thug maxing in regards to a black man and his dating life. Like, what does that mean?
Lil Durk, King Von, y'all know. But nah, dating life, I would say the closer you fit to whatever the celebrity, the current rappers, like I said, Lil Durk, what's the other dude? Quando, Rondo, all those dudes. The closer you fit to what that stereotype, you like some girls will be, they'll just be down, especially black chicks.
I was about to say.
They like that shit, bro.
I think that mostly attracts black chicks.
I don't know what it is, bro, but they like that. They don't like when a dude has it together. I don't
clean cut look.
Yeah, bro, and I don't want to say that because it sounds like I'm trying to bash. I'm not bashing black women, but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
That's been my experience. I attract the most Latinas and white girls. That's what I attract.
Yeah, same. I think because I had that professional, clean cut R&B type of look, that's why I also mostly attract Hispanic and white women. And you guys be in the comments like, do you not like black women? I'm like, black women don't like me. Like, black women don't.
In this world, you go where you really want it.
Yeah.
Wherever you want it, that's where you go.
I attract, I don't chase.
Yeah, dude.
So I attract, what's into me. Now,
I know we didn't play this old fucked up ass bullshit ass
Hey,
clip.
babe.
I need
These
responses,
are two
man.
African American men,
Bro.
who do not get much attention from their kind.
What would we call like a black person that's white inside?
They call them an Oreo.
Whitewashed.
That's what they is right there.
They used to call them an Oreo.
Okay, so that's an Oreo. Both of them.
Why? Because they're educated and well spoken.
No. He said I attract white and Latino women. Right? So that means he goes out in white and Latino spaces. That's just a fact.
Not necessarily.
I personally
What
don't
if he goes to the black spots and nobody try to talk to him?
No, bro. So you mean this is what you're saying? When he was saying that, this is what you're saying right now.
Tell you what I hear.
Every woman in there is looking for a hood dude. That's what he is saying. No woman in there. The woman you want. Everything that you want ain't healthy for you, baby. You know what I'm saying? The woman you want don't want you.
These black women.
So now you go to the
That was a joke.
Now you go and hang out in, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't knocking those spaces. I done been in those spaces. I function well in those spaces. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to those spaces looking for no woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? If my desire is to be with a black woman, I'm gonna go hang out in spaces where they got black women. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe where they go, the women that they like can't afford to be there.
Man, look. So that tell me he trying to use his woman. He trying to control his woman. That tell me he trying to control his woman then.
How?
You know what I'm saying?
Why you say that?
That tell me he trying to control. You just said they can't afford to be in there. So you want a woman that you can buy?
No.
I don't want a woman
Like
I
Kitty
can buy.
said, I like nice things.
Of course.
I like to have a good time. If that's happened to be the crowd where I'm at,
So did
you think Kenny going to just all black establishments all the time?
Yeah.
No.
But when he go to eat places,
Right.
Eat places is mutual ground. When you go into nice eating places, that is mutual ground. You're gonna see all races there.
But what's going to be the majority?
White people, of course. Of course, we in America though.
You mean like fancy restaurants and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely white.
But most of the time, when you also, when we just say with the white women and all that, when you see the white women, they either be with their man, family, or with a pack of friends. You know what I'm saying?
Mostly with their man and family.
Yeah, mostly with their man and family.
That's a fact.
So that's X'd out. That's X'd out. So if you're looking for a single woman in them spaces, the ratio is going to be the same as far as all the way around the table. You get what I'm saying? That's when your game come involved, baby. You can be as educated as you want as a man. I care less what race you is. You ain't got no game.
That's a fact. You ain't getting Nathan.
You know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to be like, oh, no, I can't date no black woman. Because you got to have game to get black women. I care less what status or level you on in life. and what level of status she on in life. You got to have some game.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Your money just ain't gonna work. If you want her to be forever, your money just ain't gonna work. Yeah, you can rent a woman. You get what I'm saying? But looking at them in the way they talk, you know what I'm saying, and what they were saying, yeah, you going to a black club and you want the baddest one in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't qualify for that. Your game ain't there. Yeah, I care less how you look, care less where your status at. I can hear it in your voice. Your game ain't there. Come to my school, come to Sleeves University. I can get your shit together. You get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, when you go into with the same stuff, you like, oh man, she don't want to. You stereotyping. You know what I'm saying? Because when you in them, we all go to these settings, bro. They dealing with all sorts of men in there. They dealing with all sorts of men in there. You know what I'm saying?
Is it wrong to stereotype?
It is. It is. And most people that stereotype, they be the people that don't have no game. That's just real. If I know I can't catch them, I'm going to be like, oh, she wouldn't like me anyway. She like this over here anyway. I'm going to downplay myself to talk me out of talking to this woman because I'm thinking, oh, she wouldn't even talk to me anyway because I ain't got no game.
So you say it's wrong to stereotype, right?
Yes.
So if I'm in Houston and I'm driving down Bissonnette,
that's different, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. They knocking on the windows, bro. How am I stereotyping, bro? How am I stereotyping, my dog?
She dressed a certain way. Is that stereotype if I'm thinking that she's selling it?
Bissonnette? Bro, like, hey, everybody that's from Houston, you know, or been living in Houston for a while, you know when you walking down Bissonnette what time it is. Get off that street, fam, if you don't want to be stereotyped like that. That's just real.
Streetwalkers.
You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't walking like that on no other streets. No other streets. They walking like that for real. Only in, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. So yeah, it is wrong, bro. And them dudes there, you could tell, bro, like, bro, they want to date outside their race.
Okay, so hold on. Let me I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. But I want you to speak to the part where they said that, you know, those women tend to prefer a more thuggish guy compared to a guy that's more clean cut, if you had to speak generally.
Most black women, bro, especially when they're young, want a dude rough around the edges, bro.
There we go. Let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be hood. You ain't got to be all that, bro. Trust me, you ain't got to be all that. Long as you got that edge on you, bro, you can be the smartest motherfucker in there. You got to have something else in there, bro. Because being the smartest motherfucker in there don't catch women, bro. It don't catch women.
Should it?
But you can be smart and you can be a terrible man. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta have something more than being smart and hood dudes and people from the hood that do graduate and, you know what I'm saying, start getting jobs and all these type of things like progressing their careers and all that. They understand that too. I want this type of woman. I gotta go get this type of money. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't live at the bottom. I gotta make sure I got this here. I gotta change the way I do things. I gotta pick my pants up. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta wear my clothes a certain way. Like, hood dudes make the adjustment when they go and progress. Why the other side, because you could tell they grew up with silver spoon, like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't grow up in that. You know what I'm saying? Because most people that I know that's from the hood, you got a little bit of game. You got, bro, you just seen it a lot. You know what I'm saying? You still in some game. You know what I'm saying? So, them dudes, you can tell how the way they look, and I'm stereotyping, so what? Because I'm a man. I'm not going to stereotype the other side. Yeah, I'm a stereotype a man. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I'm a great reader of people. You know what I'm saying? So looking at them guys and hearing the way they talk, bro, like for real, like the reason they have problem with women because they ain't got black women. They don't have no game, right? And they don't have no edge on them. You can see they feathery soft. Bro, a woman can look at you, bro, before you speak a word.
Feathery
soft. Like, and they fly. You know what I'm saying? Or any trouble come around, let's get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
These men are dignified men.
Man, hey.
They have substance.
I understand that, but all of that you got to be a man, bro, and to keep a woman, not have a woman, not get a woman and rent a woman, to keep a woman, You gotta have everything. You gotta have some money. You gotta have some charisma. You gotta have, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to sway yourself in any room you go, any setting you go into. Goddamn, you gotta know how to shoot dice and goddamn pick up that wine glass with that pinky on it. Like, you gotta know all this, bro.
But wait. Is that for all women or is that for black women?
Man, that's for black women. Don't know black women, bro.
And do you feel like that's an issue?
That's not no issue. That's not no, because I will also say this. You know what I'm saying? To be well-rounded, I think is a great thing. Like, I don't want to be on one side of the plane and be heavy on that side. Only know that side because I'm naive over here and I'm going to have kids. You get what I'm saying? It's something I can't give you. And I won't never know nothing about. Nah, we ain't doing that. I'm trying to be well-rounded. And for black people, you have to be, let's just face it, dog. We got to be well-rounded. We got to be able to function in every crowd that we going to be in because you don't know. Your kid may be an athlete. Your kid may be a goddamn doctor. He's going to be, or she is going to be dealing with all walks of life. And if you only know the ladder, you only going to know how to talk with the ladder. You ain't going to know how to function with the hood or with people that didn't come from your background. So your work is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy for you.
But do you need to function with people that's...
You don't need to function, but you need to understand what it is and, you know what I'm saying, like, carry yourself the right way.
Look, and again, I understand what you're saying.
I do too. I'm just trying to give you pushback.
This is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying from an ideal perspective.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't think we disagree. We all understand how this shit goes, right? But I feel like what they saying has some validity to it, and this is why. Mm-hmm. If you look at other cultures, like, you don't necessarily have to be familiar with hood politics and know how things go. If you an upstanding guy, go to work, you don't even have to be that fly dresser a lot of times. And a lot of these dudes get women just based off the fact that he's a solid guy and he's elevated, he's smart.
Cultures here, right?
Right.
5'5", 150.
Listen. So what's the dominant cultures here?
White.
White and what else?
Hispanic.
No, Asian. Yeah.
With that being said, we all know that is. The dominant cultures here that get to the bread and be up there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's white and Chinese people. You know, and Japanese, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect.
Asian.
You're Asian. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever walked into a hood that was all Asians?
No.
Have you ever walked into a hood that was all whites?
Wait. I take that back about the Asian situation because I walked into where it was hood. But in terms of white folks, you gotta
the white, and I haven't seen no Chinese hood, bro. No Asian like hood.
Yeah, Chinatown.
You know, Chinatown is different. That's their community.
Yeah, that's a
community.
Triads and all types. Them niggas are serious out there.
That's a community.
Yeah.
That's not a hood. We talking apartment complex in the middle of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, living at the bottom.
But a lot of them come from countries to where the hoods that we talking about would be luxury living compared to where they come from.
That is true. But when they come here, they change everything. We ain't done that. We ain't did that.
True. But which point are you getting? I'm curious as to see what I'm saying
is, you get what I'm saying? With the other side, with them two coaches, they don't grow up like us. That's why they look at power in the sense of how smart are you, how business minded, all these type of things, because they don't have all these other things holding them back. They don't have to worry about a motherfucker breaking in their crib because they starving. You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to worry about none of them type of shits. So all the distractions are out the way. So yeah, women on their side look at, oh yeah, he built this business. Yeah, that's a great man. That's a great family. All this type. Black people, we trying to make it out. You know what I'm saying? And the black people that do make it to this, you know what I'm saying? That's how we start thinking, but we not the majority. You know what I'm saying? No matter where we take it, we can be the first billionaire to be richer than everybody. No matter where we take it, we not the majority. They are.
And the thing is, you're right. But also, I think these guys, you could look at them and tell they not from no type of hood nowhere.
Exactly.
Right? But that same type of thinking is in middle class and it's in elite as well. Even the black women that are in those classes still want a man that has some edge. We had a panel a couple Wednesdays, a couple months back, we was talking about that.
You know why? Because more than likely, they daddy. More than likely, odds. More than likely, they dad is from that.
Okay, cool. But again, we know chicks that got pastors for daddy.
Yep.
And I still want my man to have a little bit of edge, a little bit of hoodness to
We know a
him.
lot of them pastors be lying. They be from the trenches.
Well, of course. But you know what I'm saying? But I mean, and again, like I said, I'm not saying nothing you saying is wrong. I understand the context as for why it's important.
Right.
Yeah.
It's no denouncing that.
Yeah.
Right? Because as a man in our society, it takes edge for you to navigate and be somebody of importance. That's what it is. Unless you just got a lot of money.
Yeah, that's different.
You know what I'm saying? But and most of us don't have that. So a lot of that currency comes from either our ability to be hood or our ability to pull women and have swagger. So it's either one of those two things. But you know, I think that's part of the problem. Is because as long as women are desiring that type of thing, they are damn near steering men to those type of paths. You literally have dudes that come from great homes that will go into the trenches and try to stamp themselves and try to solidify themselves and try to like align themselves. Like we got rappers and singers and all type of shit that was, you know, childhood stars or whatever. And waited till they got grown. Now they banging Rolling 60s Crip or Treetop Pyru, all types of shit. It's just like, what? Like, but why do they do that? Because that, like I said, in our culture,
That's what really
violence and hood shit
Like
is
solidifies
currency.
you. Yeah.
It stamps you. And that's a problem. And that's why you have a lot of dudes who are in jail right now who not cut like that, but because they tried to go stamp themselves because this woman valued that type of thing and I want this woman. So you got niggas out here trying to hit licks and pull plays and you ain't from that. You don't have no kind of knowledge of that. You done got caught. Now you doing 15 years.
I wouldn't say it's a problem. I wouldn't. Let me take all that back that I said. It ain't no problem. You know why? This country is built on violence. The most violent people wear suits. We just gonna keep it a beam. When we want to go to war with somebody, the hood don't have no control over that. People in suits have control over that. You know what I'm saying? Like when they wanted to bomb black people in Atlanta and all, wherever they did that at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Philly and flooded in Atlanta. It wasn't no hood people and no, you know what I'm saying? No trailer park people, white people doing none of that. It was people in suits. And those people are dangerous. The most dangerous people on here. All they see is black people with guns. But the most dangerous people on this planet wear suits and they got real money. So I would take that back.
You're right. So on that note, we need to step our criminal ethic up.
We do.
To the levels that it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And because we petty criminals.
Yeah, we petty
need
crime
to get on the
compared to
scale that
Putting the
they
shit
on.
to the wrong.
We need to be
I see
more.
where you're going
We need to
with
be
that. I see where
more
you're going
like
with that.
grand larceny, like 10 million. Go do 10 years, still come home and be rich like the rest of them, or build a $100 million company, steal all the money and fly somewhere. Like we need to do what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's how you break them down. Not
true.
killing one or two people. That ain't gonna do nothing.
No, that's for real.
But get your life in prison. Now I'm gonna take your whole life from you. You, your wife, your kid, all that. I'm gonna destroy all that. You ain't gonna have no wife no more. She gonna be living in the bottom. You gonna be homeless, and I'm gonna bend and store everything you ever built. And then I'm gonna go to jail for 5 years. Tell them all I got is $5 million. I take the penalty, come home on probation, and be good. That's how we need to go to war. They've been doing it for years. Hell, they doing it right now
On
to
the
us.
books.
But until we get to that level, my advice for the young dudes out here is disregard that bullshit, man. Do not go out there taking penitentiary chances to impress no woman or none of that. I think Smooth touched on it eloquently when he's talking about confidence. I think that's what gets you that more so than anything else. The fact is that a lot of these hood dudes and thug dudes these dudes are speaking about in this video, they have confidence, but it stems from the odds they beat. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're able to walk around with their chests out and whatever. And I ain't talking about the dudes that's just out here just overly doing extra.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got some of them. But I'm talking about like reform hood dudes might have lived that life in the past or whatever. Now they on to something else. But you notice they move with a certain calm. They move with a certain, whatever. It's still respectful. They not trying to show off the fact that I did this or I did that. But it's just they move with a certain swagger. It's a certain confidence. And I think that's more so what women are attracted to than anything. So you need to develop that. And the way that you develop that is that you have to master something. You're going to have to beat some type of adversity. And these guys here, they look like they come from privilege, right? So you already don't have no adversity to beat. You don't have no swagger, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And now you wonder why women are not interested. Women want confident men. Like I said, in the hood, either violence is currency or swagger. Your ability to pull women, players, different things like that.
And you gotta look the part. They don't even look the part. Like y'all gonna see this video, bro. Like they don't look like they going to a they don't look like they going to a black establishment.
They going to
just
Miami.
going in there, get some drinks and smoke some hookah a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They look like they going to Miami to a boy that rarely got us in there. You know what I'm saying? It's some money in there though.
Right.
But it rarely got us in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they catch women at. And that's good for them. Mm-hmm. But if you want a black woman, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
I was going to say that too. Is that even what they want? Did they say they prefer black women? Or
I think they said that they tried to. They said I'm gonna go where I'm valued at.
Which
means I tried the black women. They don't want me, so I gotta go where I'm valued.
I'm not hating on that.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Hate on that at all.
I'm not. But I hate people that bash that type of stuff, bro. When you not even leveraging yourself in that way. You get what I'm saying? Like if I want something, even if I wanted the other side of a woman, like I know I have to leverage myself in that way. I gotta look a certain way. I gotta dress a certain way to get that type of woman. You get what I'm saying? I may not have to have as much gaming as I gotta have as with this black woman, but I still gotta look the part. And that's how they look. They look the part for the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Which isn't a problem.
That ain't a problem.
That's what I'm saying. So it shouldn't
But
be.
why is you bashing the other side for that? Because you making it a problem.
He ain't bashed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he put the disclaimer out. He said, I don't want to bash, but I'm just saying that this is my reality when I'm trying to get at these women. But see, my issue is the categorizing of all women. Like black women are not a monolith. Right? There are a lot of different types of black women.
That's real talk.
You have the hood chicks, the whatever, then you got the privileged women, you have the nerdy women, you have it's a lot of, you got the educated women, it's a lot of different black women, right? So for you to say that all black women want this type of thing, that's where my issue comes in.
That tells me the selection of women that you want don't want you.
Right.
But we all can agree that black women do want a man with some edge.
Depends on the black woman.
Yeah.
But I would say most. Yes.
Most.
Yes.
Most. Yeah.
Yes.
Want a man with some edge. Yeah. And that don't matter that don't matter as far as the black man. That's any man.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I want a man with some edge. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, look here, man. Prayers to all parties involved, man. We're gonna keep this thing moving and jump into quick hits brought to us by Beatbox.
We back.
Yes, sir. Salute to the plug, man. We back at it again. All right, man. First and foremost, this is the issue that I wanted us to speak on it. It was trending online. It was a very, very emotional conversation between Lil Scrappy and his moms. If y'all are not familiar, just a little bit of context. Lil Scrappy's a rapper from Atlanta. He's on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. His mom's is on there, Mama D. If you know her history, she was a hood chick, man. She was pimping back in the day, doing a little bit of a lot of gangster activities, things of that nature. Scrappy Daddy wasn't really in his life, so that was his influence coming up. And in this clip, Scrappy speaks on how that is affecting his current relationship because Mama D is beefing with his, now wife or fiance or whatever Bambi on the show. And Scrappy, breaks down and, basically tells his mama the effect that his upbringing had on him and how he views women. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to get y'all take on it. Man, at some point today. Bear with me.
I grew up in a whorehouse. I grew up in a trap house.
Yep.
So all I knew was that, you know what I'm saying? And I love you because you held it down and you did what you had to do. But imagine you never had
child
to,
point of view.
You never had to sleep with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room.
Okay.
You never had to walk in on dope.
Yeah.
You never had to walk in on just you know what I'm saying? The way I was raised, I had to deal with that because everything that happened, I had to deal with that. And I'm still dealing with it because ain't nobody come take me to give me no help. Ain't nobody got me no help. I learned about that when I got older.
Okay, so do you...
this real, cuz like this this in my head, my whole life, in my head. The I go through, I can't even go to her, she hard. I can't go to you hard. So I'm on the concrete, my My granddaddy ain't that hard.
Wow.
But guess what? And I ain't taking nothing from you because you put me there. You put money in my You gave me to help my rap career and all that. Ain't nobody do that but you. So I love my mama.
It's okay, though.
And I love my wife.
Yeah. But I love you.
You feel me?
One time, but this is my baby. I just can't change his diaper.
Heavy scene, man. Heavy scene, but, you know, basically he's speaking to, you know, the way he was raised, man, is, you know, it's affected him greatly, clearly, affecting his relationships. And I kind of want y'all to, you know, speak on the fact that, like, a lot of times black mothers are just bulletproof. Don't matter what they did when you was growing up. Don't matter what circumstances they raised you under. It's just like, hey, man, she tried her best. You just got to accept that, take that. Hey, it is what it is. But, you know, a lot of times that shit be having an effect on you that you don't even realize until you get a bit older and you try to embark on relationships, and, you know, you wondering why you dealing with your friendships the way you are, why you're not as close with family as you may want to be. And then you get to think about the upbringing and was like, damn, like that had a major effect on me. So I kind of want to just get y'all's take on the clip and just, you know, the parental relationship in the black community a lot of times, just in general, and how toxic it is a lot of times.
Go ahead, though.
You test my mic real quick. Hit me up, baby.
Man, I think it's as far as my generation, I would say, my generation, they was just doing what they had to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? And as a kid, let me readjust it. As a kid, I didn't understand that part. You get what I'm saying? I understood what was going on around me. I just didn't understand like why it was going on around me. Because, you know, you're a kid, you're seeing it through a kid lens. Mm-hmm. But as I got older, you get what I'm saying, and I started making grown decisions, I also understood that was really grown decisions, and you're only privy to what you know what I'm saying, what's in front of you. You get what I'm saying? So if you from a small town and you never leave that small town, like you'll never know there's a Gucci store. You get what I'm saying? Like you'll never know it's mansions. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know it's, you know what I'm saying, like it's a lot of things like you would never see in that small town. You get what I'm saying? And it's a lot of things you would never see that you could be in a small town. You'll never know you can be a crane operator, you could be a accountant, or, you know what I'm saying, a judge or something, just something like that.
Yep, welding, all type of stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe like during them times, bro, like a lot of women was alone. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the deadbeat, you know what I'm saying, capital. That I would call it the deadbeat capital years. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like 80s and 90s babies, we felt it the most, like as far as like the deadbeat capital, like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We had the drugs out here, all that shit. So the women was just thrown out here to do what they could. And they was living in a time where women was marginalized. They, no matter how smart the woman was and educated the woman was, she wouldn't get paid, you know what I'm saying, the same as her counterparts and all this type of things. And then most of them wasn't even educated. They was working CNA jobs, you know what I'm saying, at the nursing homes and all that type of stuff, or driving the bus and all that, just trying to make a way for their kid. And doing that, all that type of stuff, bro, like your kid not getting the nurturing it needs. I'm gonna say it because it could be a girl or a boy. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta pick up things on the streets, or, you know what I'm saying, like they friends and all that, bro. That was a treacherous time for black kids coming up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got these traumas that we growing up with right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the kids like, oh, especially with the girls. You know what I'm saying? They was like, oh, I ain't never be my mom's. I never slaved for a nigga and all that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, when you living in misery, bro, like you accept anything from your partner, anything. So a lot of these women had men living off of them. You know what I'm saying? Like just bums for real. We're going to keep it a bean. You get what I'm saying? And the women grew up seeing this like, hell nah, and accepting this. You know what I'm saying? So now we got these breeds of women that got careers and all that, and they look down on, you know what I'm saying, on men and all these type of things that talk crazy. I don't blame them. Shit, that's what they grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you right. A kid can't control nothing, bro. Nothing. The way they dress, I remember like talking about kids and shit. Even though I wanted to flies and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, capping and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but not understanding that's mama and daddy money. You get what I'm saying? That's doing that. So, you know, like we got young kids watching this. You know what I'm saying? Like high school kids. I hope not no 13-year-olds watching this, but some high school kids. If y'all watching this, bro, please believe, bro. Like all that shit is mom and daddy money. Even when you're young, like I see it now, like kids that be 18, 19, 20 still living with moms and mom and dad and they getting help and all that shit. All that shit is mom and dad. When it's time for you to do it on your own, bro, that's when your traumas kick in. That's when all that shit kick in on you. Because that shit's scary, bro. And most of the time, the kid that's been getting picked on for real and got some hustle about themselves, they rise from that. You know what I'm saying? Because they done been to the bottom and heard it all. They done seen it all. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, too, the kid that done had it all and all this type of shit here, they fall over to the wayside. That's just real because they've been coddled. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I see with the generation of women. But he ain't lying, bro. Like, the women had it hard, but the kids had it hard, and a lot of women don't understand that, especially little boys.
Oh, and how you feel like, you know, it's a lot of our experiences, man, just having traumatic upbringings. A lot of times daddy not in the home. A lot of times mama have to work 3-4 jobs, even if it's not in the streets or doing whatever, you know, she's barely there, you know, and that's not by choice, but that's by, you know, the circumstance. And a lot of times that has effect on, you know, young men when we leave the crib and, you know, all of that. So, like, what do you feel like is not what do you feel like, but what type of effect? Either have you seen or do you feel like that has on kids growing up in that sort of circumstance?
It really depends on the type of environment. Because every environment, regardless, is gonna shape you. So I can speak from like my experience. What it taught me as a young cat was responsibility, because losing my pops early, mom had to work and she was trying to go back to school. So when she got to study or something like that, like I'm the one preparing the meals, getting my brothers their baths, making sure that, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of took on some of that responsibility. Some of it was asked, and then while some of it was just shit, I just feel like that's just what I had to do to kind of ease up some of that stress. Like, I know you working long hours. She sometimes working double shifts. So it's like, you know, sometimes it was hard. Like sometimes I would have to miss functions for school or like 7-on-7. Oh, that hurt me. I couldn't play no 7-on-7 because during that time, you know, how she was working, it was like she was working like 16s, picking up shifts here, picking up shifts there because we needed the money. So I'm, you know, nobody to watch my brothers really. So I got to stay at home. Or we only had one car at the time. So shit, if she at work, I can't really move around. I can't leave them by myself. So it taught me a lot of responsibility at an early age. And it also kind of made me rebellious as I got older too. And me and my brothers talk about this all the time because for the most part, probably like after I turned like 21, I ain't gonna say I distanced myself, but I was like a lot more selfish. Because when I was younger, it was always my brothers, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers. And like that's like pretty much all I knew. I chose school. I chose a close school because I didn't want to be too far. Like a lot of stuff is because I just didn't want to let go. You know what I'm saying? So part of it was me too, but it was the responsibility that was put on me at an early age. And as I got, you know, older, you know, there was something I just distanced myself from or just got tired of because I'm like, shit, I've been wearing this badge since I was 10 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So after a while, I was like, I just want to let my hair down. Like, hey, nigga, it's four other y'all. And y'all niggas need to step up. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody
start doing some shit around. You know what I'm saying? It was just things like that. Like, I understand I'm the firstborn, I'm the leader, I'm expected to do all these things, but it's like, hey, y'all got to do y'all thing too. Man, because we would have like especially like the last several years, like me and my brothers would just have conversations, and I'd be just like, dog, I can't tell you where I was at mentally. All I knew was I was trying to go out, have fun, because I really didn't get to be a kid when I was younger. So now I got freedom. I got freedom. I got a little money. I got a car. I'm handsome. Let's go have a good time.
I don't know about all that, but go ahead.
Again, like I said, Ricky romance. No, so you know what I'm saying. So it was a lot of mixed feelings with me, man. A lot of stuff I had to grow. It's a lot of stuff I had to learn, and it definitely took time. But if you don't reflect, you're gonna be stuck in the matrix. You just never gonna know. You're just gonna keep being in that cycle over and over and over, wondering how to get out until you take a step back. So, but yeah, it's pivotal. And you really got to understand what you're doing when you're in it and seek help if you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you need to, you know. I don't feel I need, but I think one day I just might, just to kind of see what I can unpack. I think there are stuff like I've just like dug deep and just buried cement, like John Wick. Like it's down there. I feel like I got a couple things just down there and I'm just like, yeah, it's what it is because it's been down there for so long. And it's like, some stuff I almost say I can't talk about or wouldn't talk about. It just ain't came up. Right. So I just, let it be.
Plus, it may do more damage if it come up now than it did initially a lot of times. Right. Because you're going to understand it from a deeper perspective.
And bro, that's what I know about older people too. Like, when you bring up something that you couldn't talk about when you was a child, bro, that hurt them bad, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
That hurt them bad, bro. And they try to like, oh, I was young and all this type of stuff there. Like, bro, like, they not understanding, especially like when you're a parent, you're looking at your child coming to you as a grown person, like really giving you that talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not understanding, like, they the ones lived what they telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because when you grown and you settled, like, you're in a trance. That's just real. Like, days are flying by. You know what I'm saying? But your kids not. Your kids are living in the moment because they depend on you. You know what I'm saying? For everything. They depend on you. So they feel everything. They know when they, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, I got to go hustle. Like, kids know all this shit. Like, damn, we doing bad. You know what I'm saying? But for her, she like, shit, I'm just making a way. Right. You know what I'm saying? Same with the dads. You know what I'm saying? So let me not put that on with just one side. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Like that's a real hard conversation, and a real conversation that I feel like for real they not even ready for, because the best thing they gonna say is I did the best I could. Yep.
Yeah, which is super dismissive. I think that's part of the issue that a lot of kids have, even with Scrappy, as he's going into a lot of these issues that he dealt with. She trying to kind of quiet him. It's like, wait a minute, this ain't the place, this ain't the time. It's that type of thing, but it's never the place or the time in terms of you telling them, hey, you messed up raising me. That's hard to take. You know what I'm saying? Especially because, it's like Smooth said, in their head, I'm doing everything I could do. I worked these jobs. I was out there pimping and trying to get some money so I could take care of you because your daddy wasn't there, and this and that and the third, or whatever. However they rationalize it in their head. And a lot of times they can't even tell that type of situation is toxic because that's how they grew up. So, a lot of parents and their kids, if we're going to be honest, within the black community, don't even have real bonds. It's trauma bonding. A lot of women have kids and will hang on to them kids for dear life because, like, you're how I get my validity. Ain't nothing else in my life done went right except y'all. I'm doing the best I can do for y'all, and y'all doing good, and that is where I get my validity from.
I've seen that, yep.
And they can't let go. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation where that'll cripple you, because now you feeling pressure, especially as men, as young men, you feeling pressure to be your mama's man and her son. So now when I leave the house, now I can't even bond with other women the way that I want to, because I don't want to make my mama mad, or I don't want to, make my mama feel like I'm just neglecting her to go be with this new situation, when in reality that type of like responsibility should have never been placed on your shoulders to begin with. But that's the circumstances that a lot of us grow up in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and when you're young, like I said, you don't really get it. But when you get older and you get to thinking like, damn, the reason I can't connect with my woman as close as I want to is because, you know, my mom didn't have I never seen a positive example of what a healthy relationship look like.
My dad wasn't around. I ain't had no positive role model to just teach me and show me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or they was there and they hid everything from me. So I don't even know, you know, what was going on. I don't even know how to navigate a relationship because they just put a mask up. We never had real conversations about, you know, relationships and dating and all that. It's like, nah, you don't need to date nobody till you're 45. Or you don't need to do this. And nah, don't get no girl pregnant. It's so many hard like barriers in terms of communication where you don't even feel like you can talk to them about nothing like that. I'm gonna just go get my information from my peers who don't know shit and just within the environment. A bunch of other people who done made mistakes and not living right. So now, in turn, I'm learning not to live right because I couldn't have a conversation with you. And because you wasn't going to take no accountability for how terrible of an example that you set for me. So, you know, and that's why a lot of this shit is so hard to unpack. This man 40 years old and he breaking down crying like a kid. This just tell you how much he been holding on to and he been meaning to have this conversation. And a lot of times, we're going to keep it real. Black mothers don't give you the space to have that conversation. They'll shut that shit down immediately if you try to have it in private. Because if you watch this clip, look like they was in like a little banquet or a little event or something, which is what kind of what she was trying to tell them, hey, just chill, don't do that here, da 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 da. But in his head, he thinking this the only opportunity I got. I done try to have this conversation with you a million times and you would get mad, you would hang the phone up, you would storm off, you would leave or whatever. And whenever I try to, you know, ask you, hey, mama, why? Why did you raise me like this? Or how you raised me was wrong. It was.
That's a fact, man.
But now that I got this crowd, you kind of got to listen. Because if you storm off, you're going to look crazy. And it's going to look like, you know, everything I'm saying is valid. So now she has to stand there and take it. And you could see she was just super uncomfortable in that. But that's the story for a lot of black parents and they children, bro. The relationship is toxic as hell. Like I know girls they mama is more they homegirl than they parent.
That is real.
Yep.
Or, you know, men who daddy, like I said, your daddy supposed to be setting an example. Your daddy supposed to be teaching you what to do. They got niggas out here guiding their sons down the same toxic path they had.
Absolutely.
P&B Rock situation. The nigga went to go pick up his 17-year-old kid to come commit a murder.
That's real.
That's common, bro, in our society. And it's not
real.
spoken on enough.
That's real.
So
all we got the dads that just, in my opinion, just didn't care.
Right.
Just didn't care, bro. And then when you got older, they was like, oh, let me deal with you now. You out your kid phase.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Or was there every day, but wasn't there.
That too.
Yep.
Going to work every day, and again, with the mindset Smooth talking about, I'm trying to make a way for my family. Trying to bring this check home, put this food on the table, whatever. And that's cool. You working 15,
That's
15,
honorable.
16 hours a day. That's honorable. But there's damage on the back end of that.
Like women say, they be married but single.
Correct.
That's what they be talking about.
Correct. Because your career takes priority over everything. It's some dudes who work their ass off, never made one football game, never made one PTA meeting, never made one dance recital, one cheerleading practice.
My mom's.
That's just real. So and again, when you get older, like Smooth said, I can rationalize it because I understand. You feel like that's what you had to do. But that don't mean that didn't have a negative effect on me. Right. I'm at these practices with my friends and they talking to their daddies or they talking to their mamas and I'm in that bitch just dolo.
Bro.
Damn.
Bro, there's plenty of functions I done been to, bro. Especially when I was a young motherfucker. I was the only kid out there, no parent. For real. So that made me cold. That just made me like, nah, I don't want to be here for real.
Cause you seen everybody else getting love.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy, fool. And then when I became a man, I just was looking at it totally different. Like, I'd have never did that to my child. Especially when I became a father, boy.
Yeah.
Looking at my son, boy, I'd never do that. I get all this shit up to make sure I'm there. You get what I'm saying? Because now, with us feeling as far as our generation, like we also understand time is more important than money.
It's a fact.
Money is important. It is. It's very important. That's how you live. But a kid do not see money. They see time. They see effort. You know what I'm saying? They see them family things. They see them, you know what I'm saying, like you supporting them. You get what I'm saying? So when I became a man, I understood that. Like I seen that. And it also made me look at my pop different. You get what I'm saying? Like in a sense, I was like, I could never be you. I know I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? So it changed my relationship with him. You get what I'm saying? When I started looking at it like that, like me and my pop, we ain't talked in a while. Still now, like, y'all know what I'm going to do this weekend. Mm-hmm. That's the first time we really spoke in a while. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, shit crazy, man. Everything he was saying, I just felt that shit. Because that's what I want to say. But I know where I'm going, this ain't the time for that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also thinking, like, when will it be the time for that?
Never. That's the problem. We can be by ourselves in a room. Hey, man, this ain't a good time right now.
It was crazy. He go to Galveston a lot. I'm up the road.
Right up the street.
And when he come out here, he'd rather get a hotel. I don't even use upstairs. Mm-hmm. My house so big, I don't use upstairs. And I done told him that 1,000 times.
They let you know the comfortability too.
You get what I'm saying?
Nigga, I had a 1-bedroom apartment. My mom was coming. I'm on the couch.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, yeah, man. I feel everything he's saying, bro. Everything. I'm going through some shit like that right now. But I'm more cold to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person, man. I fuck it. I won't even show up to your funeral type of shit. If I don't get it off. You know what I'm saying? I don't care less who you is. I don't owe you nothing. And that's how I feel we should move. You don't owe your parents nothing. They owe you the world. My son owe me nothing. You get what I'm saying? Because I gave you life. You know what I'm saying? I gave you, you know what I'm saying? I put you here without you even wanting to ask. You didn't even have a choice in this shit. So in that, I owe you everything. You know what I'm saying? If I had to give my life for it or you wanted me to come off my job because I ain't there, fuck it. That's just what I got to do. You get what I'm saying? Because I owe it to you. I owe it to you until you from under the wing. You get what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about it. But I'm also a noble man, so most people not like that.
Well said, man. We're gonna keep this thing pushing. I got one more I gotta get to.
Okay.
Chico Bean. Mm-hmm. Recently went on a radio show. I'm not gonna play the clip because they're gonna flag us for it.
Damn.
But when he went on the show, he was basically saying that how he'll never be in a relationship.
Oh, I seen that.
Said he's never gonna be married. He's never gonna be in a relationship. And he said like his, you know, how he moves is, you know, he let women know from the door. He said ain't no such thing as victims, his volunteers with me. Mm-hmm. And he said, you know, whenever I'm dating a woman or whatever the case may be, it's like, hey, I just want to let you know up front, relationship's not gonna happen ever. Marriage is not gonna happen ever. Now, if you want to rock with me, we can do our thing. But if that's what you want, leave now. So that's his mindset on it, and he gave some other reasons for it, but
he was saying just what he saw growing up around him in his environment, how it was toxic and all that type of stuff. It didn't seem something that he wanted to, you know what I'm saying, have based off what he saw.
Right. So
I feel him.
Yeah, I want to get y'all take on it, man.
Look, me and my wife already had that discussion, boy. If I ever got a divorce, never be married again, I won't even have a girlfriend again. I'm keeping it. Hey, girl, look, if you even talk about girlfriend with me, we done. We done. No. I'm built for marriage one time in my lifetime. If she don't keep me forever, no one will have me forever.
It gonna happen, man.
I'm saying that's just real, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot, bro. It's a lot dealing with somebody else, like, and they feelings and checking in and your thinking, like, matching they thinking, like, and you not be able to, like, take certain things because it affect everything around you, and, you know what I'm saying, the timing might not match up, and, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of shit that go into that you gotta take into account before you take a step. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't built for this twice. You know what I'm saying? People get married 3-4 times. Shh. I'd be cool with being alone, baby.
I know somebody got married 4 times.
You get what I'm saying?
How in the hell
that's dedication right there.
If I'm ever divorced, I will have me a penthouse, you know what I'm saying, or a nice ass gated townhome. You know what I'm saying? With 3 bedrooms for me, my son, and my daughter. And that's it, bro. Like, don't talk to me about girlfriend, relationship, all that. I'm going to be on Chico Bean time. I went got a vasectomy, baby. Don't ever try to pop up and say you pregnant with me. We done. Yeah, and if you see me out with somebody else, keep it pushing.
Keep it playing.
I'll call you later. Tell you how my day went.
I'm with them though, especially when you at a certain status too. It's like it don't make no sense for you. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be hard for you to find a woman that's genuine, that's pure, that wants you for you and not just your money.
That's real.
So, hey, do what you do, baby. He is in a good position as long as you honest with him and upfront, like they say they want. That should never be an issue. Like you said, there shouldn't be no victims. You knew what you signed up for. I was honest with you from the jump. Told you what my requirements were or whatever, and this is how we playing the game. You can move around, or there's the door. No hard feelings. Still respect you. So I'm with it. I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. Like, relationships is big ass sacrifices. Everybody not built for it. Everybody not. A lot of people think they are until they get into it, and you know it gets past that honeymoon stage. Whether that be that year 2, 3, 10, 12. Then it's like, okay, wait a minute. This shit ain't all rainbows and roses. It's a lot that go into this thing, right? And even if you done vetted somebody, and going back to the compatibility topic earlier, when I met him, we were super compatible. Now this person is a little different, and I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with this. You know what I'm saying? But it's in those moments that's gonna really test your commitment level. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, most people don't make it. This is I say it all the time. Relationships, this is a losing game. That's just what it is. It's like going to the casino. If you sit there all day, you're gonna leave broke. That's just what it. I don't care how good you are. The odds are against you. That's just what it is. And relationships are the same way. We can look at the failure rate of marriages and then multiply that out by the people who never made it to marriage. So this is a losing game. It's no way around it. It's a gamble. So, when he speaks to that, he basically saying, I don't want to gamble. I want to control my environment. I like my life right now. It's peaceful. I can move on my own accord. I'm not obligated to nobody. I don't have to hold up business plays because my wife is not comfortable with this woman being there, or the environment because she can't travel, and so I gotta stop. I can't go do this show because I might have slipped up and messed with a chick in here. Now she don't even want me going to Tampa Bay no more. It's a bunch of different red tape and hurdles, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Or this girl, I can't have her on my podcast because she don't like her for whatever reason. They got into it on the side, or she whatever. It's a lot of that going on. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a relationship, you got to navigate that. You gotta maneuver around those hurdles. And a lot of times you have to turn down situations that in your heart would benefit you in your situation, just to make them happy. And for a man to say, I don't want no parts of that. I just want to have me a woman that's around and we can kick it and we can have a great time. But when it's time for me to do what I want to do, I'm going to go do it. And I don't have to deal with any backlash from it. I don't have to worry about getting a divorce. I don't have to worry about paying alimony. I don't have to worry about paying child support. None of that.
And don't think about moving in.
Fact.
If you fall on hard times, we done.
Because we are no longer equally yoked.
That's real.
You're broke.
Get out of here.
But that's which is another aspect. If we get into it, or I don't like your energy, get out of my house. It's not our house. It ain't hey, we gotta move shit. We gotta
deal.
Get out.
See, in Texas, they got common law. If they put a bill over there or something, they got a credit card bill. Nah, we ain't even gonna take it that far. You keep your place. I got my place. Plus, I don't like people around my kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my kids don't need to see me living like this. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to use that. Don't take my excuse. But you got to use some shit to keep these women up off your back and all that type of shit if you're going to be living like Chico. Because a woman will still try to penetrate that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, of course.
She will still try to see how you living. You know what I'm saying? See you a upstanding dude. You keep it at the all. She thinks she can change.
That's going to be the challenge.
Yeah, baby.
I ain't never had nobody that's honest with me.
Feel you think you can change me? We done.
And that's the thing, man. Relationships are a belief system, bro. That's just like me telling this man he wrong is just like telling somebody that's practicing Christianity, you wrong for that, bro. You need to be practicing, Islam.
Buddhist or something.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how can you don't have no grounds to tell that man that? Mm-hmm. So is it just because I believe in it, I'm married in it don't mean everybody got to do that.
Exactly.
This is what it is. So if that man feels, strongly convicted to move how he's moving and he's happy and he's at peace, which is the most important thing, do your thing, bro. I ain't got nothing against that.
I believe in marriage one time. One time for everybody. It should be a marriage with law for one time in your life. All the 10 times and 4 times and... It ain't that many soulmates for you on the planet, bro. Yeah. So man, marriage should be one time only, and then you should be revoked after that. Like you should be banned from getting married.
Should be revoked.
They should put a big ban on your back.
That's crazy.
You don't know how to treat no woman. Bang! You don't know how to keep no man. Bang!
It's on your resume forever. It's just like credit.
Facts. And this one you can never get done.
Hey, that'd be hilarious.
That's real.
Not eligible for rehire.
Right. It. The only person you can remarry, you can get me married to is the same one. The same one. That's it. That's it. That's
that'll be some
only
funny
exceptions if your partner die. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Outside of that, bam! Just big red on. That should be on your on your Social Security card. Just a big band after you got divorced. Give me your Social Security card.
That's real, man.
And if you lose it every time they print it, they hit it with, you was bad. With the big band on your shit. Yeah.
That may not be a bad idea. We might have to flesh that out. Like, could you think of the effect that that it would have on marriage, like if every time somebody got a divorce that their credit took a hit for it?
Oh shit.
Could you imagine that? Like every time you get a divorce, your credit take a big ass hit.
Oh, that shit put you back at 500 like you
right. Could you imagine that, bro?
Boy, it take a hit now, but it ain't 500.
I bet you boys will be way more diligent in that.
Well, they hit you with you getting a divorce? Or you credit? Hey, get out of here! Get out of here! And it never come off. It never come off. So you got to work with this on your credit for the rest of your life.
Hey man, that might not be a bad idea. Damn. On that note, man, we gonna get into the advice column. That is hilarious. All right, man. First things first. This is from Sir Patreon.
What's up, man? You know what that John Red Cohen boy. I don't know the words.
Oh, you're not right. Clearly, you don't either. He say, "What up, crew? This is Sir. No anonymous shit. New to Sleazeball Tech. Gunshot. Welcome to the gang, fam." He said, "Heard of y'all over the years and spent the last 2 months listening from Pod Uno. Shout out to
God damn me.
Okay.
He just seen the growth in it. Then.
Facts. He said, I got a question. So my kid's mother and I last year broke up over us both having 1 foot in after a 5-year relationship. Mm-hmm. Before she moved, I was on some heavy co-parenting ideas. Mm-hmm. But she wanted to move last April. Came back that August after I had got my own place, started making more bread and standing firm. Problems arose from her going through my phone. A pistol threat, she to me, and her taking my kids again. This was January. Fast forward now to 2 months ago, she bent the block and wants to be close without really addressing our issues on her end for the happiness of our kids. But I'm working hard, $60K and moving up, and I got a roster. Should I give her the grace she asking for or keep it co-parenting? Context, I got my own place, 2 cars, job for retirement, and had the kids 80% of the time, no child support. And she wanted the greener grass before the level up. Oh, and I elevated from cashier to city state job within the relationship. So, you know, basically he's saying, man, that, you know, him and his old lady made it work for 5 years. It didn't work. Now we co-parenting, you know, and it didn't work. It was a lot of toxicity. She threatened him with a pistol, threatened to take his kids from him, all type of stuff. And now he done leveled up, doing his thing, and she trying to spin the block and trying to, you know, ask him, do he want to rekindle?
Don't leave out that he got the kids 80% of the time, so the kids stay with him.
That's a fact. Yep.
While doing all this and dealing with this belligerent woman.
So she the weekend parent.
That's a fact.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? My opinion, bro, she threatened you with a pistol, man. She threatened your life. You should never be with this woman again. Never. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize what that come with. Like, let's say she do that, your kids lose you too. You know what I'm saying? What your kids gonna do without you? Obviously, you the stable one. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell nah, bro. Like, keep it co-parenting. Keep it co-parenting, bro. Now, you can do what you want to do for her, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like, if she need to get into position, you know what I'm saying, you know some people, because the kids got to be with her sometimes, too.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying not do that. But as far as, like, being in a relationship, that's dead. You need to tell her, hey, that's dead with us. We can co-parent very well. But us having sex and all this type of stuff, that's dead, baby. That's dead. You know what I'm saying? Because any woman that really, like, you know, they got women that, why, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they be on some playing type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because she love you. But a woman that'll threaten your life for real, you don't need to be with that, bro.
Nope. Because that's how it starts.
Because she don't care about the well-being of her kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with you doing 80% of the work with the kids while working and having a house over your head for the kids.
And still elevating.
She don't give a damn about them kids, bro. Or at least not care like you care.
She sees security.
That's what she sees, security. You are security, my boy. So nah, hell nah. Bro, keep it co-parenting. Keep it push.
Oh,
I'm with Smooth. I mean, can't really elaborate on that more.
Yeah.
I mean, she is who she is. That's violence. Pistol. That's deadly. That can get deadly.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
serious.
She stand with you and you know what I'm saying? Let's say she go through your phone again, she don't like something. She kill you while you sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
Keep that co-parent.
Or you wake up with a knife next to you. Like, nah, bro, I'm cool.
Damn.
And I would say even be careful still, because with a woman like that, you talking about you got a roster, she gonna try to make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
Even though you got the kids 80% of the time, it's gonna be those times when you don't have them, and now she holding them hostage or being difficult with you about getting the kids back and some stuff. So you just gotta be real strategic, and you can't let her know all your moves, because you know how women get. Women gonna get very jealous, and they gonna put them kids. They gonna get them kids involved some kind of way.
Yep, and try to put them in between y'all.
Yep.
Because she want what she want. That's real, bro. And the kids not understanding because they so young. Like, why you don't want my moms? You know what I'm saying? Trying to guilt trip you into being with her. Nah. Yeah. Don't show your hand, man. At all. Matter of fact, cut your hand off.
Cut your hand off.
Don't show her nothing.
Damn.
Baby, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with the boys, man. That's over with, man. Once pistols and threatening police get called, knives and things of that nature, I'm out. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like anybody that's like willing to do that type of thing don't go away. I don't think that's nothing therapy can fix. I don't think that's that's just how that person is. They cannot control their emotions when things go left. Right. So just like Smooth said, like just because y'all get back together now, that don't mean problems is gonna go away. Matter of fact, she gonna already have like implicit bias as to you doing wrong because of how y'all relationship went for 5 years. Y'all was together a legitimate amount of time. Right. So every time that you don't come home on time or you stay out a little late or your phone ring or text message come through, that's what's gonna be in her head. And the 1 minute you may have cleaned up your roster, because this happens a lot. You will get rid of your roster and be on the straight and narrow. You be good, relationship going well, and a chick hit you randomly 6 months later with a eye emoji at 12:30. Nah, it's looking crazy. You ain't even did nothing. You been really living right. But when your girl see that phone and see that eye emoji and who is this? Who is Tanya? Nah, that's gonna spark a whole new issue. And your girl has a history of the issues being on the more violent side. Those things don't tend to change. So now, if you at peace with the co-parenting situation and you elevating and everything is going well in your life, why would you interrupt that flow?
Yep.
So that would be my advice on that, man. Keep it pushing, man. We can make great co-parents. We can be cool. Sometimes you gotta love people from a distance, bro. I wish you the best. I'm happy for you. You find a new man. All that. I salute that, man. Y'all do y'all thing. But me and you, we cannot be.
We can't work together ever.
Nah,
ever.
Simple and plain. So. Yeah, shout out to bro, man. We appreciate you tapping in. Next, man, this is from Ali, Patreon.
Baby cuz.
In the building, man. Yeah, bro sent us some. Oh, okay, he want this to be for the quick hit section. But, well, we in advice column, so we just gonna answer it anyway. This is a TikTok that he sent us.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it. I want to get y'all response. He say, let me know if it don't play. And the stipulation is each of you have to have different answers.
Well,
okay.
Let me hear it.
Let me see.
You can stop one crime forever, okay? But by the way you stop it is by committing it. So it will never happen again if you commit it once.
But also be smart, because like some of the answers on here can be not like said on the podcast. I would. What's it called when you lie in court? Lie on just I'll commit perjury. I'll go to court and I'll lie. So then
no one
everyone
said
that goes
that.
to court has to tell the truth.
That's actually a really good one.
Yeah, fuck off. So then court can be trusted.
What if you guys wanted me to try?
That's a good one.
If you had to commit one crime to end it forever,
you have to commit that exact crime. To end
and that's what we ending the pod on? Because this is a hell of a one.
This the last one.
Damn.
You had to stop one crime so it can no longer happen ever again. But you had to commit the crime. What would it be? That's a rough question to ask. Because my mind automatically goes to the worst possible crimes, but I can't see myself doing them, right? We're talking about child situations, taking sex from women, things of that nature. Like, that's something I want to stop forever, but I'd be goddamned
if I did.
If I want to do it, that's not happening.
Damn.
If you had to break it down from a lower level, I say just stealing in general. Just thievery, man.
I hate a thief.
Petty thievery.
I'd rather somebody kill me than steal from me, man. I hate a thief.
Man. Cause you
if you are a thief, I will blast you on everything to make sure people know.
So whose answer is this?
That ain't my answer though.
Okay.
That's mine.
Okay.
I'll take mine. Just petty theft.
All
would be a crime.
No, all thieves. All thieving.
Well, Smooth, we just spoke about earlier that we got to start stealing like they do.
That is
so
true.
how are we going to accomplish
if
that?
They couldn't do that?
Okay, valid.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, so all theft.
All theft. But shit.
That's tough, man. That's a rough question.
That's a hell of a question. And I had to commit the crime.
Yeah, yes. You got to commit that crime.
You got to do it. But once you do it, it can never happen again from nobody.
Damn, I don't know. Otis, what would you say?
See, this is why we gotta start doing research.
Insurance. But these niggas be scamming all the time. Insurance fraud.
That's not a crime, though.
It should be.
That should be.
I know.
Texas, goddamn. Nigga stealing out of my check.
Nigga steal 40% of your check and still want more at the end of the year. How you want?
Come on, dog. Yeah, hell no.
Niggas get all these PPP loans. They got to pay shit back.
Come on, man.
Oh man, fuck! I just had it on my mind. It's not grand larceny because that's stealing.
Types
I
of crime.
definitely wanna.
Let me type up some crime. That thing rough, man. I know, just like burglary.
Oh, would that fall under crime, like stealing, thievery? Like, you know how the other side always stole from us as far as like patents and things like that.
Yeah, you talking about okay, like beating people to the but again, that's not illegal. They just had the knowledge and they jumped ahead of like what we was doing. Like they have a business in business for 3-4 years, but they ain't went the legal document route, and they'll jump in and trademark the name.
They got a big old list.
Let me know. Yeah, hurry up. Let me see.
All right, you got robbery, burglary, arson, violence, homicide, cybercrime, domestic violence, assault, violent crime, theft, kidnapping, motor vehicle theft. You got hate crime, terrorism, organized crime, vandalism, human trafficking, identity theft, larceny, bribery, money laundering.
I'm gonna go with. You know what I'm gonna go with to help outside? Murder.
Damn.
You going with the hate crime?
Hate crime.
I'm going with murder.
Or just murder in general.
Murder in general.
Oh, that's wild.
Okay. So you going with the homicide?
The reason being, if you took murder off the table from our side, maybe we could have a Bill Gates, you know what I'm saying, like them type of people. Because we don't know what these people could have been. There's so many of us that get hit by stray bullets that was good people.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it's so many of us that didn't die before they even was able to transition out the streets and to see what they can become.
See, that would open a Pandora's box, right? Because how does like war, conquering and different things like that happen now?
Everything would change. You take murder off the table. Now we gotta trade something. I can't just go steal it from you. I can't go take it from you.
We would line up in the field and like give out ass whoopings or something until
take it back the old time. The champ take everything.
I mean, you got a few countries that they be having like 2 murders a year.
Yeah,
that's real shit.
Like
that's real shit.
Shit don't be common like that.
Okay, so murder's a good one. Oh, what you got? You just read off a list. I know you got one in the head now.
I was gonna say robbery.
That's thieving.
That's thieving, man. You taking mine.
Yeah.
That ain't thieving. That's a different way.
Man, the robbery.
So money laundering, that's thieving.
That's thieving.
Man, y'all taking all the categories.
I know.
Say what?
But that's stealing, though.
I should have gave
stealing.
I should have.
But that was good,
narrowed
though.
it down.
Yeah, theft, kidnapping, motor vehicle theft, organized crime.
Ooh.
Organized crime.
I would do that one.
Organized crime.
Murder and organized crime, I would do that.
Organized crime.
But that's gonna affect what we building on this end.
No, it
We
ain't.
ain't got no organized crime.
No, it ain't. They done it for years.
Because you got to realize, like, what is that company right now? Car Grills.
Carvana? Oh.
They make all the dairy products. It's a group of billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
That was organized crime. Federal Reserve was organized crime. That threw us all into debt. A lot of y'all don't know that. Y'all need to look that up. That's how we have Social Security cards and we are born into debt. It's through the Federal Reserve that the Rockefellers and J.P. Morgan and all these motherfuckers did way back in the day before technology and all this shit. Before modern technology, they set the play up before it could hit the world, like before it could hit the streets of the world, and you know what I'm saying, like they had the laws in place before anybody can stop it. Now they can't do that.
It's still fairly new.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think it's
what
is it. It's a little. Is it 100 years old yet?
The Federal Reserve is like 100 and like
the
15 years old or something like that. Yeah. It's fairly
like it's
new.
still fairly new.
But the play of it was set up by them. The Rockefellers, the J.P. Morgans, and they got a book about it. They got a book about what happened. Like they're all sitting, they all taking separate trains to this one island to set the Federal Reserve law. Then they went back to their countries and pushed the laws to be in motion, and that's how we was thrown into debt. You get what I'm saying? But that was organized crime because that threw us in debt forever to them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I will stop organized crime.
Okay. I think
That was a good one, Otis.
That answers it, then. All right, well, appreciate the question, big dog.
That was a good ass question.
Yeah, I ain't, this is why we got to start researching beforehand. we got a lot of dead space on that question.
But if we was making that play, we was the last ones to do it. I'd do it with y'all so we can have the biggest shit ever.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We got to go out with a bang. Because after, like, the circumstances ain't going to change. They just can't commit the crime no more. So, hell yeah. But yeah, on that note, man, we're going to wrap this thing up, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in with us, man. Crusader Nation in the building, man. Patreon is in the building, man. We appreciate it. Kill, man. The merch. We told y'all the merch was coming. Y'all like these jackets that y'all see?
And it's here.
It's crewseason.com. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't cheap.
At all.
Christmas present.
You know what I'm saying? But it's made premium. And everything we ever bring out again will be premium.
That's facts. Also, everybody that's part of Patreon, y'all should know y'all discount codes.
Yeah.
If y'all don't DM us, then we'll shoot them to you. It depends on
And we
which tier
checking
you're
to make sure you Patreon. Don't just be DMing us thinking we ain't checking your name.
Right. Because we got a list of the names in these categories. So just make sure that y'all DM us on Patreon.
If you can't see it on Patreon already, because it's already on Patreon, the discount, what you put in to get the discount.
Right. So,
but those sweaters, they coming.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, make sure that y'all tap in. Also, we got another surprise coming for everybody. There's another piece of merch that came out a while back. We said we was never gonna bring back again, but by popular demand.
Got to.
We're gonna bring it back one more time, man.
Thank me later.
Cause I wasn't gonna do it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna retire. But like
got to give the people give the people what they want.
Shout out to J Rose, man.
The people
Straight up, man. But yeah, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. Again, salute to B-Box, the plug. You already know what time it is, man. We back rocking. Speaking of, we have an announcement coming up.
We sure do.
We will be running a campaign with B-Box. And the end goal of this thing, I'm going to tell y'all the end goal of it. Now, the qualifications, I'm going to tell y'all on the next part, on the next live stream, whichever one, because we still got a meeting and iron out the stipulations of this thing on how we're going to be able to take care of it. But for the holidays, we are going to pay in full 2 members of Crusader Nation's rent and or mortgage.
Get that wrong.
For the holidays.
Ain't it up to $1,500 a piece?
Yeah, up to $1,500 a piece. So
$1,500.
You
heard it right.
For 2 people.
2 people.
You heard it right.
We'll get $1,500 a piece.
Yeah, so again, we know it's the holidays, man. It's a lot of Christmas shopping going on. It's a lot of money being spent on Thanksgiving, family functions, things of that nature, right? So we just want to make the holidays as easy going for y'all as possible, man. We know right after Christmas it'll be the first of the month, rent coming, things of that nature. We don't want y'all worried about none of that. Just take care of your family, get right, and again, that's on us in collaboration with B-Box. Like I said, salute to the plug one more time, man.
That's a fact. I hope a woman with kids get it, and I hope a man with kids get it.
Yeah, real right.
You know what I'm saying? But I ain't hating on nobody else. Hey, if you get it, you get it.
Right.
But that's just my hope in it.
So yeah, as far as the qualifications on how to win, TBD. We will be announcing them very, very, very soon.
That's real.
You said GTD?
To be determined.
Stupid dog. Straight up.
When you that's that Beaumont education.
But yeah, so again, and that's just our appreciation, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us and showing us as much love as y'all do. Shout out to the day ones, man, when we were sitting in old apartments with one camera and a boom mic.
Facts.
You understand me? Compared to the new ones that tapped in with us within recent months, and they done went all the way back from episode 1 and caught up, just like bro just said. Salute to sir. We appreciate all y'all, man. We appreciate all y'all. And again, every Wednesday, 9:30, we want to see all y'all on the YouTube live streams. We're gonna be back at it this coming Wednesday, so make sure that y'all there. Brand new topic. Same dope content.
Also, want to see y'all post with y'all beatbox on
Facts.
Instagram this Tuesday and Wednesday. Tag us and Beatbox to get this thing crunked off, get this giveaway crunked off.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn me. Let's set it off right, goddamn me.
That's gonna be one of the stipulations, as a matter of fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have it too, you know what I'm saying? I might have a case that day type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna
And just for the love and support too, man. Just keep sharing the love, send it to your friend, family member, co-worker, whoever. Everybody talks about relationships, and everybody got a different point of view. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of conversations be interesting. It's just it's dope to hear people's point of view, because some stuff you never think that they may think that way or feel that way about a certain topic or subject. So yeah, keep pushing the movement, man.
It's facts, man. And, like I said, man, we appreciate everybody for tapping in with us as always. New content coming, new merch on the way. Kenny is good. Kenny just working. The way he's been working his ass off the past couple weeks, but bro will be back. Yeah, I think that's all I got, man. Y'all got anything before we get up out of here?
Yeah.
That's all I got, baby.
All good. All right, man. On that note, we are gone. We're gonna get up out of here with a record. This a throwback record. A lot of y'all wasn't on this. Y'all see Brent 5 years. A lot of y'all just got on them. All right, so I'm gonna run back an EP from back in the day. It's a record on there called Came Right Back.
Goddamn
we
me.
appreciate everybody for tapping in. And on that note, we out of here. I put that nigga O on a long time ago, but that's another conversation. We gone.
She was just there for the season.